Oh, wait, can y'all hear me? Yeah, y'all can. Good morning. I'm here. The NASDAQ is kind of selling off today. We have CPI inflation data today. NASDAQ is down to 29,142 right now. If we take a look, the S&P... Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I did this again. Hold on, wait. My bad. All right. Yeah, look at the NASDAQ here. So the NASDAQ is currently falling down as we speak. It's at 29,138. I thought we might test 30,000 today, but it doesn't look like that's the case. The S&P breaking down right around 7,400 this morning. I was trying to find breaking news that might cause this, but it looks like the NASDAQ is just kind of selling off here. I don't really see anything that might influence this. I see China and the U.S. are going to discuss corn purchases ahead of the Trump President Xi summit, but nothing really moving on. We did have news earlier that GameStop has officially been rejected by eBay. eBay has rejected GameStop's $56 billion acquisition offer and called it, quote, neither credible nor attractive, end quote. And yeah, the NASDAQ's falling here. It's at 29,137.5. If you take a look at gold, I saw gold is down on the day as well here. But yeah, really interesting day. We have CPI inflation data, and there's a lot of stuff to really talk about with CPI today. Number one is that specifically there's going to be a post-shutdown adjustment is what they're calling it. And again, this is critical. It's not widely understood. But today, the April CPI report will include a one-off adjustment to rent and owner's equivalent rent, OER, CPI indices to make up for the shortfall from the government shutdown last fall. Shelter is 33% of headline CPI, remember, and this includes the March oil prices, of course, since it's April. This single mechanic could swing the print by 10 to 15 basis points. If the BLS catches up rent indexing aggressively, the headline could surprise in a really hot way, right? So that's one thing to understand. And again, this is after oil and gas production remained elevated, expecting another boost from energy prices. Per the Cleveland Fed, gasoline now casts inputs with WTI sustained above $95 a barrel. The energy contribution to headline CPI is going to add meaningfully to that. And the April BLS survey window captured plenty of post-deal rejection oil spikes. But yeah, so this will be a really interesting CPI report. Just because it's expected at 3.8% is what I'm showing up. If we look at Market Watch here, it is expected at 3.8%, which would make it the highest, I believe, since May of 2023, if I remember correctly, like the highest since May of 2023. Here's Market Watch, but you can kind of see here's CPI year over year expected at 3.8%. That's a wild print here. Highest in years. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Let me know if you're bullish or bearish. Let me catch back up on the chat here. Look at number one real quick, before I say hey to everybody in chat. Here's GameStop. GameStop rejected, down to $22 a share here. So GameStop got absolutely rejected here. It's down a pretty big amount here. Look at GameStop, down to $22 a share. Let's put a 1 minute chart up. You can kind of see how bad the rejection has been for GameStop here. Wait, I don't know. I lost it. It's down so much I lost it. Here it is. Let me put a 5 minute chart up, actually. Yeah, this little candle's kind of messing everything up. It's hard to gauge it now, but yeah, you can see how much GameStop is down. There we go. That's an easier way to look at it. There's GameStop. Again, eBay rejecting them, saying they're not credible. You know, they don't like it. They don't want GameStop in here. They don't want GameStop buying them. And that is where we are at today. Even Michael Burry gave up on GameStop.
What's up, everybody? Good morning.
Britt is here. That wasn't a very enthusiastic good morning, Britt. What's up, everybody? Good morning. You gotta have energy here. Energy.
Well, maybe I'm down in the dumps, John. You ever consider that?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Britt's got to bring the energy today, guys. Tell him. Yell at him, you know.
I've been waiting a little while. I just had trouble rolling myself out of bed this morning.
Yeah, I made sure to go to bed last night early. I was like, you know what? I haven't been getting enough sleep. Let me go to bed at like 9 o'clock. What's up, Arcane? Wannabe Trader. Els. Shar. Matthew. Kato. What's up, dude? Baba. Womble. Kaltenberg. Gamer Freak. Brian. J. Zero Cool. F. Big Slum. BB. AJ. What's up, dude? Field. Good morning. Big Slum. I think I said you already. Cryptomania. What's up, dude? Rambling. Teacher Sam. What's up, dude? Ace. Pawn. Ava. Kaltenberg, Eric, Intel 5%, Stuff, Chan, Hugh, maybe de-risking before CPI. I think so as well. I think markets might be pricing a little bit higher CPI report. What's up, Mama Pawn, AI, Peck, Raj, Jonathan, Todd, CJ, Elo, Shocker, Bogdan, Frank, Chris, Good News, Eva, Stoic. What's up, dude? Yeah, we require energy from Brit today. Energy. What's up, Arkansas? Beacon of Darkness, Brit. I like the Beacon of Darkness name. I might pivot from Beacon of Dishonesty to Beacon of Darkness. Question. Does it go lower or face a ton of buying at these levels? I don't know, brother. I don't know. Y'all do me a favor. Hit the like button right now. Hit the like button. Do it now. We appreciate it. Do it now. Hit the like button. We got a little bit over an hour before CPI print. Let's see what happens here. If you take a look at oil today, guys, oil is up to $101 a share. $101 for oil. So oil is elevated at 101.35s. Higher or lower? Let me know.
I don't know, but you think it's time to buy GameStop? I mean, like, you think it's going to go away completely like right now, or do you think it's just a good low price at this point?
I'm not gonna answer that one. I don't think, but chat will. Chat, is it time to buy GameStop? I'm assuming the chat's gonna say no here. Who is this guy called Buy Button? That's me. That's me right now.
I mean, I wasn't gonna hold you to it. I didn't really mean like should we buy it. Just like, you know, is it interesting?
Britt, stop pressuring me to buy GameStop, dude. Okay,
buy GameStop, John. Do it
Stop
now.
it right now. Is it time to buy GameStop? Chat. Nasdaq is giving back all the run from last week. I mean, look, Nasdaq's definitely pulling back a little bit, but I think when you zoom out, there's a very famous quote. I'll say it again. When in doubt, zoom out. Nasdaq is up a lot. It's pulling back some. Maybe it's time to buy the dip in the Nasdaq, looking for a 30,000 push here. I don't think it's risk free. I think there's obviously risk in it. Steam killed it. Talking about GameStop, just let it die. Regarding GameStop, Nope, sell everything. I don't think we got one yes in chat right now.
No, I know.
What?
Y'all gonna regret this. I'm gonna be right. Watch this.
I don't think
might take some time.
We don't have one yes in chat telling people to buy GameStop, right? Not one. All right, this is a huge, like, dude, GameStop used to be big, bro. Everybody was like, buy GameStop. You know, it's gonna be huge. That dynamic has gone completely the other way. You know, I don't see one person that's like, yo, buy GameStop right now.
You're all gonna regret this.
Yeah. Look, Britt's gonna, you know, he's mad. He's mad. I can tell.
Yeah, I'm so mad.
Does anybody think we should buy GameStop? Blockbuster used to be big. Yeah, they did. Blockbuster was the shit, though. Like, Blockbuster was the place, dude. I genuinely miss Blockbuster. Like, I remember going there.
Was an event.
I remember going there with girlfriends. I remember going there with friends, buy candy, pick out a good movie, go home. The movie was hyped because you just spent about an hour going and get it. You know, it was the place, man. That was the place.
Right. Yeah, you had friends, totally.
Yeah, I really don't see anybody being like, buy GameStop. Soul Hefe says, good day, sir. What's up, Soul? Soul of Hefe. Good day, sir is actually supposed to be like a goodbye chant. It's Willy Wonka. You know, good day, sir. You get nothing, you know, but that's okay. We could use it in a positive way. I'm for that too, you know.
I mean, I've heard people use it as a greeting, but it is more generally, you know, goodbye.
Right. It's like bye, Felicia. It's like goodbye, you know.
Yeah.
What does Roaring Kitty say? Does he still like the stock? I bet he does. I mean, Roaring Kitty, I think if you're Roaring Kitty, you've made tens of millions of dollars from GameStop in one way or another. You know, if I'm Roaring Kitty, I'm always wanting to buy GameStop. All right, so I did see some news just now regarding geopolitics that says Iran is claiming a much wider geographical footprint for the Strait of Hormuz than before, according to state media. Tehran says the SOH area goes from the port of Jask in the Gulf of Oman to the island of Syria in the Persian Gulf, both circled in red. Effectively, it means Iran sees the SOH area as an area about 200 kilometers to each side of the strait's apex, significantly larger than in the past. So they just think they control more of the strait.
Not really a surprise.
Yeah, you know, after everything going on, they're gonna try to, you know, expand their reach, so to speak. Again, oil back over 100 though today. That's one of the big stories today. Look at oil. So here's CL futures right now. One of the big stories, again, guys, oil, CL futures over up to 101s here. Now this is mostly after we had the president come out saying the ceasefire is is on its last legs or something like that. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said something along those lines. And again, markets are just pricing in more volatility, uncertainty here. It's looking like the ceasefire might be done. We kind of pivoted the other way now in regards to, the ceasefire and geopolitics and everything going on. Now it seems like we're getting more escalation, more potential strikes on the table. So that is where we're at in that regard. And again, oil is elevated today. It's at 101s. NASDAQ is down, oil up, which is a dynamic we're seeing a lot here. And again, this could be markets pricing in higher CPI. So the president told reporters yesterday in the Oval Office, he said the ceasefire is, quote, unbelievably weak. He said, I would say the ceasefire is on massive life support. So he called Iran's response a, quote, piece of garbage and said he didn't even finish reading it, end quote. He called the proposal stupid and said, a bunch of other stuff that basically pushed markets the other way now. Oil is up.
I don't know why that was just funny.
I mean, look, and I'm going to preface what I'm about to say with, look, I'm not for or against anybody. I'm really not. Like, people hear me just kind of repeat things and maybe I'll poke fun at different things, but like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not really picking sides and all this stuff. But it's, reading his tweets is kind of funny. It is kind of funny. I mean, is it really funny? No, but just kind of seeing how it goes is a little,
No, but just seeing somebody like in front of everybody, just like, it was stupid. I didn't even read it.
Yeah, right. Straight out of Hormuz. Yeah, what's up, Max? DX, what's up? Ace Omweta. What's up? Buy the VIX. So you think volatility is coming? Maybe it does. Is volatility coming here? Here's the VIX. Let's take a look at it. So the VIX elevated on the day. Up to 1880s right now, 1880s on the VIX. So it is elevated. So supply shock warnings about Saudi Aramco yesterday, fresh drone attacks and more, causing kind of fear. Again, WTI futures are up to 101. NASDAQ is down. Crude just broke the $100 mark. Trump's comments yesterday said, I would say the ceasefire is on massive life support. It's not the most diplomatic language. But yeah, that's what's essentially going on here. And again, today's CPI report is going to be interesting. So we're walking into CPI today with all this stuff going on. We have an hour left. Crude is up 3% plus. Gasoline prices on the highway sign go up within days of crude movement. And so that's something to watch. Jet fuel surcharges flow, trucking and freight causes raise. And the BLS already had the April survey window capturing earlier oil strength. Again, today's CPI report for year over year is expected at 3.8%. The other crazy number for CPI is the month over month reading. It is expected today at 0.6. Last time it was 0.9, but that was the first time we had the March oil shocks into the CPI report. Today it's expected at 0.6%, 0.6%. We also have the ADP prelim non-farm data coming out, or the weekly report. Tomorrow we have PPI. Thursday we have retail sales. And so we got stuff going on today, guys. Are you guys bullish or bearish with everything going on today? That's going to be the nature of the poll. With everything going on today, are you bullish or bearish? Let me know.
I don't have a pick this morning. I can't decide.
Oh, you're going to have a pick, bro.
Nope.
You choose one, and you choose one now, man. How dare you not participate in my polls here, bro?
It's pronounced participaz, but okay.
That's right. All right. So,
I don't know. I mean,
there's the poll. The poll is now live. I see a lot of the chat answering bear. So I'm gonna let you finish, Britt. But bear.
I was gonna say I would like to be bullish, but I don't think I can be today. Bearish.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily against that. The only, I think we might have obviously we might have a bullish scenario if CPI comes in lower than expected here month over month, year over year. Core could be interesting. I think if we have a low core print relative to expectations, that could be a dovish bullish thing. If we have core is expected today at 2.7% on the year and 0.3% on the month. If we come in at 0.1 on the month for core, or like 2.5%, even if headline CPI is high, markets could price that as bullish. Markets could say that's optimistic. Something that we've mentioned a couple different times again today is we do have a adjustment in this one that could add 10 to 15 basis points to headline. So again, the April CPI report includes a one-off adjustment to rent and owner's equivalent rent to make up for the survey shortfall from the shutdown. And so essentially the BLS is basically recalibrating shelter to where it should have been based on the data they've now collected. So this is a statistical aspect of it, but it does affect the print. And so if shelter alone gets bumped up 0.1 to 0.2% higher just from that catch-up number, it adds, again, 3 to 7 basis points to headline CPI month over month, since shelter is 33% of the weight there. So if you stack that with the elevated energy prices that are coming out, just since this conflict started, we could have a scary number. Again, annual rates expected at 3.8, 3.7%. It is a one-off though, so May and June prints would normalize after this. So, but again, algorithms don't necessarily read these type of footnotes. They're not going to take all this stuff into consideration. So we could have a high print that might freak people out. And I think maybe somewhat that's what markets are pricing in here. Essentially. Watch list is frozen. No, the watch list is moving.
I've seen a couple people ask that or say it or whatever, but
about the watch list?
Yeah.
Is everybody watching this watch list? Do y'all even look at this thing? Apparently they do. I just have oil right here. It's at 101.40s. So let's take a look at where oil's at. Oil's at 101.43. That's not frozen. Are you talking about the watch list above? You're probably talking about the above watch list, huh? Are you? Let me see.
Yes, says at the top of the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll fix that. My apologies. What's up, Faye? Hey, what's up, Faye? There's actually a song with similar lyrics. Your name rhymes with it, Faye. I would, bust a freestyle right now, because I'm hip, I'm cool.
Yeah, show your mad skills.
Right. But that's all right. I'll try. Y'all have to pay more for that. We watched the watch list. Yeah, y'all must be talking about the above watch list. Look, I'll refresh it here. Hold on, give me a second. There it is. Interact. How do I refresh this? Transform. Reset transform. Boom. Is it still laggy? Is it still not working? Let me see. Yeah, it looks like it is frozen here. Weird.
Way to go.
Yeah. Jay London on the track? Yeah, that's right. Bitcoin is over 1,000 lower. Yeah. All right. I'll fix it. Anyways, guys. What do you want to buy today? Let me know in chat right now. What are you interested in buying? I know you guys want to buy GameStop today, just based off of your earlier comments here. Can you look at
Absolutely
for me? Seedless green, I think it's going to be a scary number, and it's only going to get worse with the oil prices being elevated. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. I think there's a rapper buried deep inside John. You don't even know, Faye. You don't even know.
John spits mad fire.
I am kind of a rap nerd, actually. I'm kind of a rap nerd. Britt's not really, but I am.
No, I'm not. I mean, I don't dislike it completely. There's a couple songs I like, but overall, I don't enjoy it very much.
Yeah. State Department spokesperson, I can assure you that our armed forces are prepared for any scenario. Vessel traffic continues under IRGC supervision, according to IREB. Has been about 100 hours since calm was restored in the Strait of Hormuz, and no clashes were reported during these 4-day period. It's not Blonde Fury. You got it wrong. I get the joke, but it was Epic Fury. I've got street cred. Listen, I got street cred. If there's anybody, on YouTube right now that's got street cred, it's me.
You got the juice now, John. don't know if anybody actually remembers that movie, but you know.
Dude, of course, bro. Tupac, dude. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, dude. Of course everybody knows
Yeah,
that.
you never know. It was a long time ago.
Everybody in here has seen the movie Juice, Britt. All right, hold on. I'm trying to fix my I don't know what I've done to hurt my watch list at the top. Here's my watch list right here. Let me save it. Save all. Wait, what the heck? No, get out of here. No, get out of here. What have I done, dude? I messed something up.
Oh no.
No, you're good. I hit save all, and it's like, you know, here, hold on. I got it. Save as is what I should have hit. Update. There we go. Browse. Update.
He might still be alive. I don't know. I doubt it, but you know, funny little tidbit. Tupac's name backwards is kaput.
Yeah.
Which means no more.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to my Yeah, it looks like, guys, we're just not gonna have a freaking upward banner today. That's all right. I'll just put myself a little bit higher now. All right, guys, CPI. Higher or lower CPI print? What do you guys think? Do we have higher or lower CPI today?
I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like it's going to be higher.
I mean, I think higher is the easy bet. I think higher is the easy bet.
Well, excuse me, you asked.
I know. I'm not mad at you for making the easy bet. Sometimes we all got to make easy bets here. You know, I just think with everything going on, it makes more sense that it's going to come in over expected numbers. The question is, how conservative were the expected numbers here? Like, that's the big thing. Like, how conservative were these numbers? I don't know. 3.8% is high, regardless, right?
Yeah.
And so 3.8% is elevated. You know, it's not small necessarily here.
I don't know. I mean, hopefully not too much higher. Like, hopefully it doesn't come in at like 4.1 or something. That'd be horrible. But
yeah, honestly, that would be the scary thing. I think, you know, is if it comes in some crazy, like, shockingly high print.
Yeah,
that would make people nervous. But I don't know, man. CPI, I think most people expect it to be high at this point. Like, most people already expect it to be high. And so with that, you know, high already might be baked in. That might be why the market's dropping as much as it has been. You know,
it's possible.
Out. Yeah, for sure. Here we go. I fixed it. There we go. That's what we got right now. But yeah, I think most people are already expecting CPI to show up higher than expected. Let's take a look at yields today, guys. Let's take a look at yields. Here's yields. Again, we're at 4.43% for 10-year treasuries. So here's yields. Again, 4.43%. You take a look at a 5-day chart, yields have been pushing up ahead of this CPI report. Again, though, I think one of the dovish outlooks on this, like one of the things that might be dovish here, is if we have a low core print. Low core excludes food and energy. So it excludes the inflationary aspects of the Iran conflict outside of secondary effects, which secondary effects are real in inflation. But if we get a low core print, I mean, obviously, I think that's optimistic. We get a low core print, that's great. We get a low core print, that's what you want to see. That's what markets are going to be excited for. Even if headline is high, I think we might see yields go down if we get a low core print. You know, core, again, today is expected at 2.7 on the year and 0.3% on the month. So those are high, but they're not crazy, shocking high. But yeah, over the last month, obviously, we've seen yields increase here. If we look at the Fed Watch tool, you know, even though Warsh is supposed to get, hold on, wait. Yeah, so the Senate did advance Warsh's confirmation vote yesterday. He's not been fully confirmed, but his nomination is cleared, was cleared, you know, a big hurdle. So he's on the final track now to be potentially nominated, or confirmed Warsh as chair. So they're going to vote Wednesday next on Warsh. But Warsh, it's looking like Warsh is going to get in there. And so with that said, the question is, what do we do next meeting? I still think we pause rates. I don't think there's any scenario where we do not pause rates. But at this point in time, you can kind of see there is a 2.4% chance we cut next meeting here. 2.4% chance we cut. So we'll see. But yeah, as of now, it's looking more likely that we're going to pause rates next meeting. Doesn't look like we're going to do anything else. And please don't bet that we're going to do anything else. Oh, it is fire. He always does when oil goes over 100. Foreclosures are up 26% year over year. I know it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. It just sounds weird when I say it out loud. We are getting a rebound. You think the president is going to post some good news today? I really don't know, my friend. Anything over 4% will likely rattle the market. I bet lower, because if it's lower market, someone is cooking numbers. I don't know. There is what's called secondary effects. And what we mean by secondary effects, even with core, which excludes energy prices from the, like inflation is up because oil is up. And energy is a major aspect of, inflation right now. But if core number comes in low, under 2.7%, maybe it'll still be bullish. Maybe it'll still be dovish. But there are secondary effects of the oil spikes. So like even if oil isn't taken into account, gas prices are higher, raises shipping costs, raises trucking costs, raises airline costs, because airlines have to pay more for gas, and those costs are in turn passed on to the consumer. So there are secondary effects of high oil that we might not necessarily that we might see still in the core CPI print, but it'll be an interesting report. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's kind of the story right now. But I do think if core comes in low, that's a good thing. We'll see what that looks like. I also am reading news that after a U-turn and coming to a stop yesterday, the Qatari liquefied natural gas tanker switched off her beacon. Brit, they're calling for you. She has now restarted broadcasting her position, having exited the Strait of Hormuz and nearing Pakistan. It's the second Qatari LNG tanker crossing since the war started. So.
Huh. I mean, if they turn around, I don't really get that, but whatever.
Yeah. If yields go higher, semis and AI build will collapse. Taco Tuesday? Is it? Is it Taco Tuesday?
Dude, I wish. I'm hungry. I could use some tacos.
Bro, I love tacos. Dude, I don't understand my family, bro. I'm a big taco guy. Give me some birria tacos. My daughter will eat a French dip sandwich, which you dip in au jus gravy. But when I pull out the birria tacos that you dip in au jus gravy, it's still meat, cheese, and bread. You dip in au jus gravy. She's like, no. I'm like, dude, I don't even understand. It's not even consistent. My Carol doesn't like tacos that much either. I'm pretty offended by all this.
The heck is wrong with them? I love tacos. I went to a taco truck like 2 days ago.
The best food in the world, bro. Best food in the world. I don't get it, man. I really don't.
I love the dipping consomme. I love that.
Yeah, I know some people pronounce it cater.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I just say Qatar. I don't know what it actually is, but Qatar sounds better.
I've heard both, honestly. I've heard people say cater.
Me too. Most recently it's been Qatar, which makes no sense to me.
Right.
Maybe that's how it's actually said, but it still makes no sense.
Let me know how to pronounce it in chat right now, guys. What do you guys think? How do you pronounce this in chat? Let me know. All right, guys. Anyways, is there some trades to get involved with today? Is anybody trading futures with me? I'm curious. If you are trading futures, what symbols are y'all trading right now? I'm honestly kind of looking at oil, but, we'll see.
What's the tech sector looking like today?
The tech sector?
Yeah, just
NVIDIA. NVIDIA's at 217s, broke all-time highs yesterday at the opening bell, got up to 222s. Pull it back a little bit, but it's been a while. I see the NASDAQ. Micro NASDAQ, S&P. You got a lot of people that are into the S&P. Maybe I should switch. Should I switch to the S&P futures contract? I usually go with the NQ because it's just the more volatile one. It's actually pronounced Qatar. I lived there for 3 years. Okay, gotcha. My internet is down. I'm taking it as a sign. Hey, join our Discord, guys. Join our Discord, completely free. Yeah, I got this dude in jiu-jitsu that pronounced it Qatar. As soon as he said that, I was like, man, I feel like I've been pronouncing it wrong this whole time. S&P is my favorite. Yeah, I like the S&P here. S&P or NASDAQ, guys, let me know. But I'm gonna try. Maybe I should try the S&P today. You know, maybe that's what I should do. S&P is boring and for old people. I think that's the Dow, right? The Dow, I would like when I'm like, hey, what's an old person index? I'm like, the Dow is an old person index, you know?
Yeah, it just sounds old.
The stocks,
Dow Jones Industrial Average.
Right. The stocks in the Dow are a little bit more old people. Like my father-in-law, look, all love, you know, great guy. Anytime he calls me asking about the market, which is like regularly, to be honest, because he's like, hey, you're about, you know, markets. He always asks me about the Dow. And I always tell him, like, yeah, I look at the Dow, I watch the Dow, but I really watch the NASDAQ and the S&P more than the Dow, you know. The Dow is less diversified, and, you know, the big thing moving markets right now is tech. And the S&P and NASDAQ have more tech in it. So, the Russell...
Honestly, I just think of trading places like, you know, there's two guys trying to corner the orange juice market.
Maybe that's a market that can't be cornered, bro. Let's get in there, Brett.
Mortimer and Randolph. That were their names.
It's but anyway. Time. So real. Who's trading the Dow? I know, bro. Listen. Like, anytime I have... Well, I'm going to use this word because it's overused. Anytime a baby boomer asks me about markets, they always reference the Dow. You know? Father-in-law, if you're listening, I like the Dow, bro. I like the Dow. I hope you make money. You know, the Dow is good. The Dow is good. I'm not hating on it. Inflation data will decide today. Yeah, I thought Qatar. That sounded like...
That sounded
more official.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But apparently it's not. Apparently it's the other way. The Dow is the grouchy uncle of equities. Yeah, I can feel that. Crude oil futures. Yeah, I mean, they're elevated on the day here, man. I'm going to start a trading strategy, and it's just going to be, when in doubt, buy oil until the conflict ends. But the NASDAQ is kind of moving, you know, not perfectly with with oil. But you can kind of see the NASDAQ is down and then a rebound up. You know, I might look to short the NASDAQ at 29,200s here if it gets up there. Is really what I'm looking at. I think we had a red day yesterday. I'm looking at maybe just waiting for a 200 exponential moving average test. I think the algorithms ride with that strategy a lot. And so, yeah, I think maybe it's time to, you know, get involved there on the NASDAQ. What do you guys think? We still have 35 minutes or 40 minutes until CPI inflation data comes out. But also, guys, check out Lucid right now. Lucid, great way to learn how to day trade. Most day traders lose money. So if you want to help your boy here, most day traders lose, guys. Check out, use my link and coupon code on Lucid. Most day traders are going to lose money, you know, so like, and I try to be honest with people. Most day traders lose. Most of the people, a lot of the guys you watch show you just a snippet. We try to be honest with people. Most day traders lose money. And so if you want to limit that risk, Lucid's got the best all around. Direct to funded options if you don't want to take an eval. You know, daily payouts, no activation fees. Just a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. You can also check out Take Profit right now. They have 50% off. No activation fee sale right now. Check it out. Here's the link. Great way to help support your boy here in this channel.
I don't know, but I do think after all that boomer talk, your father-in-law is gonna home alone you, like start leaving like Jackson by your bed when you wake up and stuff like that.
Marbles. He's gonna put marbles on the ground, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin had access to some stuff though, you know. Like, where'd he get that tar? He had like tar. Like, where are they getting tar back then, dude? Like, that kid just had, you know.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, NASDAQ at 29,173 here. 29,173. Dow is more fundamental based trading, and you're not going to 3x. Another pullback. Oil is up. Told you yesterday. Did you? I don't know if I saw you yesterday. Crude oil futures. What's up, Kid Chaos? Thank you for the response. I would suggest that you long. I would suggest that you long what? Haven?
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I feel like you're trying to talk me into saying something. Cordial?
that is the word, but I don't know what he means.
Yeah. So the poll is showing 54% bears today. Interesting enough. And this is ahead of CPI's print in 40 minutes. It's a big print, a big data release. The poll says mostly bears today. Mostly bears. Not by a large margin. I mean, we still got 46% bullish here. Hey, shout out to Molly. Thank you for subscribing, Molly. Shout out to Molly. Thank you for the sub. We appreciate it.
You're the best, Molly. We appreciate it.
A cat pattern? We put a top. Yesterday's rip, all bullish positions. Hey, what's up, Josh Gosh? I like the name, bro. My wife keeps calling me. I get it.
Josh Gosh Bagosh.
Bert's freestyle.
Oh, what is a cat pattern?
A what? A cat pattern?
Yeah.
I mean, there's only one cat pattern that I know about, and it's called a dead cat bounce.
Oh.
It basically means like we drop so substantially that after the big drop, there's some buys that come in, you know. Like the sellers that jumped in on the big drop get squeezed and we start to rip back up. Like a dead cat bounce. Let me show you guys. It's a temporary short-lived recovery in the price of a declining asset. So basically, anybody that says dead cat bounce is basically saying it's just like an exhaustion bounce that it's going to keep going down, essentially. Let's see. Let's find
like
an image of this.
Kind of like a last gasp, basically.
Yeah. So like, look. Here's an example of it right here. So if you hear anybody say dead cat bounce, this is what they're actually referencing. You can kind of see like big drop. Just so exhausted from the drop. Small rebound bounce. You know. But then a continuation down. And so you got really two ways you could attack this type of thing. You could buy after it drops like a substantial amount. A little bit riskier. Or you could just ride the continuation down. The issue, though, is that sometimes we do fill the gap. Like, sometimes we do go right back up and stay there. You know? So just because we have this big drop does not mean we're going to stay down. You know, I've seen a lot of times where we drop like this, completely fake out everybody, come back up, and then rebound here. So nothing's 100% in trading. There's variance with everything. But again, do you guys like trading dead cat bounces? Let me know in chat. You know, let me know.
They're gamifying trading on the top crypto networks. The next generation will not trade like this. We will trade with NFTs attached to our accounts. I'm already doing it. That sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of turnover with gamers and trading. Like, a lot of the traders I know are gamers as well. Like, Britt and I are gamers. And it makes sense, right? You go from playing video games to playing the adult-style video games, which is trading the stock market and futures or whatever. So, a lot of gamers. Let me know your favorite video game in chat. Britt and I are Halo people, you know. But
you know it, lifelong. Been playing Halo since we were 13. Ish.
That's right. Yeah, I played at 13. Well, the semiconductor stocks rise or fall with the upcoming CPI. I'm not sure. Nvidia's up. You know, Nvidia is 217s right now. So Nvidia is elevated. Broke all-time highs yesterday, and it took a long time for Nvidia to get up here. You know, Nvidia drops earnings next week. So Nvidia on the 20th, next Wednesday. So in 8 days from now, Nvidia releases their earnings. And you can kind of see Nvidia finally broke past this range. This is a weekly chart for Nvidia on the right side. You can see Nvidia was in this range since July of last year. So it had gone up a little bit, back down, but it was in a mostly sideways range. You know, so it broke out like a yearly range here, The question is, does it hold up here now? And I think it has to do with earnings. Earnings coming out on Wednesday next week. And so with that, you know, obviously we could get a little bit more volatility from Nvidia. I'm not sure what we're going to get. We'll see. But yeah. Command and Conquer, Final Fantasy. I played some Final Fantasy.
I never really played it much. I mean, but I did like, I love Witcher 3, Borderlands, all that stuff. I'm pretty versatile in my gaming experiences. Overwatch, I've been playing forever, Destiny, all that stuff.
Yeah, I never got into Destiny. I didn't have enough time. Silver. So I see somebody. Or go ahead, Brett. You can comment on
I was going to say, it was the final point about it. It is very grindy.
Yeah.
Is all I was going to say.
Yeah, like I would play with Britt and other friends, and like they would have all these cool guns and all this other stuff, and like I would have the base set, and they would be running around like doing all this crazy stuff, and I would be like, "What the heck, man?" You know,
killing all the bad guys, and John can't get a shot in.
No, dude, I got murked with one shot. Like one shot would, you know, I'm over. You know, It was hard to keep up.
To be fair, I had like 700 plus hours in that game.
Yeah. Anyway, silver looks like it might be time to buy it here. Look at silver. Silver, this $84 level looks interesting for silver. I'm not telling you to buy it, but silver had this big move up to 88s, and then this big pullback for silver. What do you guys think? Is it time to buy silver? The dip doesn't look too bad here, but
I think it's still pretty high though. I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like it might come down more.
Hey, Ahmed, my guy. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Ahmed. Arc Raiders, PUBG. I played PUBG for a while. Traded all the dead cat mouses. PUBG was fun, bro. It was fun. Like, I like PUBG way more than Fortnite. Intel buy. Skyrim.
Look at Jonathan name dropping Zelda.
Dude, that was my original like favorite game ever.
Oh, it's great.
I had some ferrets a few years ago. I named them Zelda, Link, and Ganon. And ironically enough, Link and Ganon would always fight each other, and they would also steal Zelda's food. So like Link and Ganon formed like a gang in my ferret household, and they would take all Zelda's food. Zelda was the baby, you know.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Anyways, silver right here looks like a buy. We have gold, which looked pretty strong yesterday. Gold still sitting in this tight range. I gotta wait for gold to break this range, to be honest, before I'm interested in messing with it. You know, very sideways chopping gold. Oil again back over $100. That could be a big psychological level here. It recently fall back over 100, so maybe there's a trade. If gold dips down to 100, maybe I'll buy the dip. But a lot of this is going to depend on CPI in 30 minutes or so. So, hey, what's up, Freddie? Always time to buy silver.
I do wonder if silver's going to stabilize there or keep going down. Like, I still feel like it's a little expensive if you're just trying to break into it.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Battlefield, Brothers in Arms. Yeah. What's up, Freddie? Anytime it's time to buy silver, it's a long-term hold, though. Like, I think people here buy silver, buy gold. And, you know, you got to hold it long-term to reap the rewards from it a lot of the time. And that's all, you know, because you got to look at how much silver is a weekly chart. Silver's up a lot this year.
Can you explain the difference between intraday and EOD drawdown?
Yeah, so an intraday drawdown means that, okay, so let's say your drawdown's $2,000. Like, so you can't go over $2,000 in losses. If it's intraday, let's say you make $500. Now your drawdown is $2,000 from that. Let's say you bring your account up to $50,500. Now your drawdown is going to be $48,500. Whereas if it's end of day, and let's say your end of day number was at 5K, right? Your account was at 5K, so it's a 2,000 drawdown intraday. So that means your max drawdown, you can't go under 48,000. Basically, if it's an intraday drawdown and you build up profit, it follows you up. So it gives you a lot less room to make profits versus an end of day, which allows you to, which basically stays stationary at whatever it closed the previous day. You know, so like, again, it closed the previous day, your drawdown's 48,000, you can't break under 48K, it stays there. So even if you get your account up to from 50 to 51, then your drawdown's effectively $3,000. And that allows you to trade with more room. And so the easiest way to put it is end of day drawdown option is just better. It's just better. It gives you more room to day trade. You know, and again, use my coupon code BGT. You want to help support your channel. Here, I appreciate it. You usually Take Profit, Tradeify, Apex, Lucid. Take Profit's got a 50% off deal right now, which is, I think it's the first time they've ever done it. You can find the link to that in the description, but yeah. NASDAQ is pulling back some. I wanted the 200 exponential here at 29,195. I trade silver and buy coins with the profits. Yeah. Star Fox.
Star Fox was really good. I only played it a little bit because I rented it, but it was good. I like the really old school stuff though, like old school NES, like Punch Out, and someone said Earthworm Jim, and that's really good. Toe Jam and Earl for Sega was good.
Yeah.
But
yeah, what are your expectations for CPI? is it time for me to give out my expectation, guys? Maybe if you guys hit the like button, I'll give out my expectation. I might be wrong here, though. I might be wrong. But I will give out an expectation. I'm going to go with... I don't know. Hit the like button. What are our likes at right now? Subscribe, guys. Hit the notification bell.
Refresh.
Let me see.
We are at 157.
Okay. We get up to 200, I'll get my expectation. Because everybody, you know, it's such a desired thing here. You know, we got to make you guys pay for it. Worse than expected.
So, yeah. Two things. Ocarina over Majora, but I think it's either going to come in at like 4 even or expected projections.
Yeah, I'm going to go with for CPI. What do you guys think? Number one, let's get the chat. You know, let's get the chat's expectation. I'm going to go with on the month for headline. I'm going to go with 0.7 CPI. 0.7% is what I'm going to go with on the month for headline
the month,
CPI. Yeah, it's 0.7%. Year over year headline. I'm going to go. I guess I'm going to go with 3.8 or 3.9% for CPI year over year. I might be wildly wrong. This is just a straight up guess. See, I gave it to you guys without even checking the like numbers here. See, I see 3.8, 3.9, 4%. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at as well, Saeed. 3.9, you know, 3.8, 3.9 is what I'm going to go. It's slightly higher than expected. I think the month-over-month reading might show like 0.7. If we look at Trueflation data, which is relevant, you know, with all this stuff going on.
So someone guesses right. What's the grand prize, huh?
My love and affection, you know.
A great prize, John.
Right, I know. Listen, it's highly desired here, you know, especially in this household. My love and affection, you know.
If you're right, John will shower you with praises.
Right, that's right. That's right. You'll get, you know, the 1,200 people here will, you know, you'll be a made man in the chat. Made man.
Yeah. You get a ticker tape parade or something. But, I mean, what do you think the odds are that it comes in at like 4, like even?
I think it's lower, but I think it's not outside the realm of possibility. I think it could happen. If it does show up at 4, markets are almost certainly going down. Obviously, if we show up at 4% for inflation, that's a bad print. That's a scary print. That's a headline-inducing print, like CPI hit 4%, right? So that's going to freak people out if it comes in at 4%. Markets are going down almost certainly if it does. So, yeah.
What number is it?
Is this live? No, this is not live. I predicted what you were about to say ahead of the time and knew you were going to ask that question and decided to respond to it, you know, early. But this is not live right now. This is definitely not live because, you know, I just knew you were going to ask me that. Yeah, look at the NASDAQ fall. So maybe something just happened here. Look at the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at oil, see if oil's popping up, see if it's geopolitics related. It doesn't look like it is. It looks like the NASDAQ is just getting weak here ahead of this inflation data. I see the U.S. government's potential suspension of the gasoline tax to address the surge in fuel prices suggests officials don't foresee a swift deal with Iran to end the war. So that might be scaring people out, but NASDAQ
how much is
just
the
fell.
Federal gasoline tax?
I'm not sure. I'll have to look.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, look it up, Britt. Look it up. Use AI. Bro.
You don't tell me what to do.
You do it now. You do it now.
You know, except that you do.
An autographed picture of Britt. That's right. John is from the future.
Yeah, I've got my headshots already.
He's one of those aliens from the future. That's right. I knew it. 4% is possible. No, 4% is very possible. I mean, it's not. It's probably not going to happen. But we're close enough to it where it could. We're close enough to it to where, you know, we could see that.
I can't see if it's consistent, but apparently it's like 18.4 cents per gallon.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
Yeah. 18.4 per gallon. NASDAQ continues to fall here ahead of CPI, guys. We're at 29,131. Look at the NASDAQ dip here. NASDAQ is falling. Hey, shout out to McAdam Gamer, my guy. Thank you for the subscribe, my friend. Thank you, brother. Here we go. Friday's opening price in play regardless of news. Ready to see the bulls run today? Should we hit the live button yet and put it on 2x speed? Yes, you should, Bid. You know, Bid knows. Hit the live button, put it on 2x speed. You'll catch the data release as soon as it drops. You're welcome.
Again, the NASDAQ... What did you say right before that? It didn't matter.
I don't know.
Whatever it was it prompted me to say something, but never mind.
Oh, should we hit the live button and put it on 2x speed? Yes,
No,
we should.
I wouldn't, but don't worry about it.
That was it. What's driving this fall?
Before that.
Oh, I don't know. Before that? I don't know. You know. It goes in one ear, out the other. I don't know what's going on. Look at oil. The oil is spiking up right now a little bit. NASDAQ is not really following it down too crazily here, though. Weird.
Yeah, but it's definitely...
And Iran has warned it could enrich uranium to 90% purity if attacked again by the U.S. or Israel. 90% enrichment is widely considered weapons grade.
Yeah, that's gonna calm things down.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All right, guys. Look at oil jump up. I don't know if that is what's driving oil.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know if it's recent enough here. So the person that posted this is kind of late on some of their posts. And so
there are a couple tweets in the last few minutes, but
Trump tweets.
Yeah, but I don't know if it would do. I don't know if it would affect markets. It's just kind of
bye fast boats.
Yeah, that one and the one beneath it.
Lasers, bing bong, bing bing gone. Okay, dude.
Again, I don't know if it would affect markets, but it might.
It might. I don't know. Oil at 101.60s. Oil at 101.60s. NASDAQ. Yeah, we have 22 minutes left until this report drops. 22 minutes. Let's see what we get here, guys. Jeez, dude. CPI is close. It's fear. Should we hit? This is going to be a nightmare for my portfolio. Why are you creating fake accounts, NoobTube? You're just saying the same thing the other guy said. You know? At least if you're going to create fake accounts, like, switch it up. You know what I mean? Say something different. You know? What do y'all think both over month shows up as? Again, I'm going to go with 0.7. 0.7. Might be wildly wrong. Do not copy me, but I'm going to go with 0.7%.
I'm going to wait till after the data drop to guess.
Yeah?
Yeah.
CPI is close. It's fear. Nothing more. Oh, we do have ADP data. Thank you, Lee. My guy. Thank you, brother. I was going to miss it. It's not the big report. It's the weekly ADP report, which is kind of like, you know, not the big report that's going to move markets, but it's relevant. We'll cover it when it drops. ADP data dropping in 5.5 minutes. All right. Yeah, I don't see any breaking news to call this. I think oil's just up. Oil has higher lows and higher highs going in as well since this morning started. Yeah, will inflation hurt this rally, guys? Is a big story here. Will it? What do you guys think? Will inflation affect this rally? Again, we did a poll, bull or bear, on this report. A poll looks all weird. I think 46% are bear or bullish. Mostly bears, 54%. And I can't even get mad at the bears for betting bear on this report. Just because, you know, we do see some inflationary aspects of oil. I'm going to cover this again because we've said it many times. So I'm going to say it again. All right. This CPI report includes a one-off adjustment to rent and owner equivalent rent to make up for the survey shortfall from the shutdown. Hey, shout out to Lloyd, my guy. Thank you for the subscribe, brother. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. But yeah, so it does include a one-off adjustment to rent and OER to make up for the shortfall from the shutdown. So basically the BLS is recalibrating shelter to where it should have been based on the data they've now collected. So if the adjustment, you know, if the adjustments are bigger than expected, it could spike 30 basis points from catch-up underlying and, you know, make inflation go higher than expected. If it's neutral, you know, it could add a little bit. If it's smaller than expected, maybe it doesn't add as much as people think. But this adjustment could make inflation come in hotter. I think that's why a lot of people have like 3.7, 3.8% expectations today is from this adjustment. But we will see, guys. We will see. Again, CPI expected. I'm showing anywhere between 0.6 on the month and 3.5 on the month and 3.7 to 3.8% on the year.
NVIDIA now has a larger market value than the entire healthcare sector of the S&P 500.
I believe that. NVIDIA is the most heavily weighted stock, and it's grown a lot. So I believe that.
Yeah, but that's ridiculous. The entire healthcare sector. I mean, that always grows.
Yeah. Somebody said, to be honest, I don't care what CPI shows. It's a red day no matter what. Short-term neutral, slightly bearish. You welcome, bro. Watching you from South Africa. Hey, what's up, dude? One red day and everyone is bearish. I don't know if I'm bearish. I don't know. I'm very neutral. I think markets are ripping up after all-time highs, but we're still in the middle of the conflict. What's up, Sam? Chips more important than people. With gas prices. Yeah, I mean, it's going to include the inflationary aspects of this conflict, for sure. So, we will see what we get. But, stocks sold down 8% pre-market. Yeah, it is.
Hey, Sam, what's up? And just out of curiosity, what part of South Africa, dude? I mean, it's not like I've ever been there, but I'm still curious.
Where are you guys watching the stream from this morning? Where are you guys from?
Yeah.
Let me know. That's a good question. Speaking of geography, where are you guys from? Staying neutral is the right move. Yeah, I'm pretty neutral. It's hard. I think we're somewhere in the middle. We're going to get a higher CPI print. Not that expected, but just we're going to get it higher than last time. It's going to be higher than last time. It's going to be higher than normal because of the Iran conflict and oil. And so it's going to be higher, right? You mix that with all-time highs, and, you know, that's a situation where I think it makes more sense to be neutral right now. It just makes more sense. Yeah, I see somebody, so sorry, I asked people where they're from in the chat. Awoken. Let's see, we see Germany, Austria, Bulgaria, South Africa, Texas, Istanbul, Denmark, Egypt, Israel, Germany, Pakistan, Sicily, Iran, South Africa, Florida, Nebraska, Hormuz, New Jersey, Puerto Rico, Gulfport, Mississippi, Philly, Cali, Munich, Kuwait, Pennsylvania, deep in the heart of Texas, my guy, South Carolina.
Great song.
Yeah, Johannesburg, Malaysia, Belgium,
cool.
St. Louis, Australia, Minnesota, Michigan, Wyoming, Orlando, Korea, South Africa, the moon, New York, my mom, hey,
Poland, Philippines,
straight out of Compton. Yeah.
Someone's from a place called Hay, apparently. Just kidding.
Memphis. Yeah. Memphis is interesting. I've only been one time, bro, and when I was there, some guy tried to steal my tire caps, you know.
Your hubcaps?
No. My tire pressure caps. You know?
Oh,
like,
like the part that covers the valve stem?
Yeah, like we have a Mercedes, right? And so the Mercedes has like these fancy little Mercedes tire caps. They're tire air caps, right? Like we walk outside and the dude's there. There's an old white man, just to clarify. And he's like on our car, like messing with it. And we walk over and I'm just kind of sitting there and I'm like, hey bro, what are you doing? And like he just gets up and runs off. He doesn't even steal the tire cap. I think he was about to. He just ran off. You know, I'm just kind of like, all right, bro. Like, damn, dude, you're stealing.
Maybe he was missing one. He was just replacing his. You know.
I wonder how much money he would have gotten for that. Like what? Like $5 each? Come on now, dude.
You'd be surprised. Those kinds of things can get kind of pricey.
Yeah. All right, some of you guys hit the like button or hit the live button. Some of you guys are still answering. Rhode Island,
All
Chicago.
Of you hit the like button.
Yeah. Hit the like button. Do it now, guys. Valve stem caps. Yeah. Tampa. What's up, dude? What happened to CPI, guys? It's not out yet. It drops in 15 minutes. Sorry, 14 minutes to be exact. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Show your support for the channel. ADP unemployment comes in at 33,000. So the ADP report should have been 33,000. Last time it should have been 39,000. So roughly flat for ADP data. So again, ADP 33,000. Last time it should have been 39K. I know it's a little late, but the ADP report's a little bit late here. But the ADP report, I'll put this up in chat right now. Here's the ADP report. Yeah.
So what could some of the effects, I mean, I know some of the obvious effects. I'm just asking you to maybe go a little in depth. But so what if it comes out lower than expected?
I mean, generally speaking, markets are going to go up. It doesn't necessarily mean that. The way CPI works most of the time is that CPI comes in higher than expected. Obviously, that's bad.
Yeah.
Higher than expected is obviously not good. In a lot of different ways, right? If it comes in too low, like crazy low, then people might say, oh no, we're headed towards a recession, the economy's weakening, right? But outside of like a crazy low print, low is generally good and makes markets go up, obviously, because it's lower inflation and it opens the door for more rate cuts, and markets generally want rate cuts, and Bitcoin especially generally wants rate cuts. If it's higher than expected, obviously, that's bad, right? If it comes in higher than expected, that's generally not good either. And so higher, it's pretty obvious, right? This is kind of self-evident in terms of inflation, but higher inflation's bad, guys. It's not necessarily good. Lower inflation is generally better. It's generally good. I say generally because, again, there are some instances where we can have low inflation and markets freak out because if it's like super low, but those times are rare. Most of the time, low is good.
If it's super low, what does that just reflect? Like stagnant market growth?
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Like a turning in the economy. But again, that's rare. That's definitely rare over the last few years where, we haven't really seen that. It's been, a decade plus since we've seen a situation like that. Could it be neutral? It could very easily be neutral. And the amount of volatility that we get from this report is going to be based off of what the number shows. Markets are already pricing in, again, 3.7, 3.8% on the year. So, with markets pricing that in already, then, that's a situation where we might have positive, optimistic things if we come in lower than expected, than 3.7, or 0.6% on the month is what's expected. Again, going back to core. Core excludes food and energy prices, guys. So core excludes food and energy, which the inflationary aspects of the Iran conflict is what's making headline, which includes energy prices, go up. So if we see a lower core print, even if headline is elevated, markets might price that in as dovish and optimistic. We get a lower core print, markets might say, hey, look, it's not affecting core inflation as much. This is just purely from the conflict. And, maybe we can be a little bit more dovish because when the conflict ends, inflation will go back to normal. Now, I don't necessarily believe that, but markets might price that in as more dovish if we get a low core print today. Again, core is expected today at around 2.7%, which is not a crazy high number. They're not pricing in too many secondary effects of the Iran conflict and this current core CPI print. Month over month expected at 0.3, year over year core is expected at 2.7. So that's kind of where we're at for now on that front, is basically markets are starting to price in some core rises. Like, it's up from where it was a couple months ago for core, but it's not like a crazy print. The headline print's what's going to scare people because that includes the Iran conflict. It includes $100 plus a barrel in oil. It includes Brent being up so much. Like, the headline print is what's going to scare people. Yeah, PPI tomorrow. Producer prices will be interesting tomorrow as well at 8:30. So CPI
that was a good explanation. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You owe me $5 now, Britt.
All right.
Is the dude speaking with you AI? Yeah, he's AI.
Totally AI. Thanks for asking.
His name's C3PO. It's right there. That's him. Markets doesn't go up. After 2008, we were down for years. Yes, we will go down, but we might suffer years of decline before we go back up. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how much you believe the recent BLS jobs report. The last jobs report is expected at like 60 or 70K, and it ended up showing on Friday last week it was 115,000. And so if you believe that number, which is a big if, I'm not saying I do or don't, it might be nonsense. I'm just to clarify. But if you believe that number, then the labor market seems to be okay right now. ADP data, which is a different organization than the BLS, did show 33,000 jobs today for weekly average. So it kind of fits the 115,000 level if you do the math there. If anything, it shows a little bit more than 115,000 jobs on the month. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, CPI, guys, less than 9 minutes. Less than 9 minutes.
His name is Brick, and he is a friend. I mean, that's, kind of like one of my nom de plumes,
Yeah. you know?
Which is a pen name for anybody that doesn't know.
We already in sub-only mode? Hey, y'all hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. Gold is too high. Do you speak on crypto as well? Yeah, we watch crypto. We're going to watch crypto. One of the crypto aspects of this with Bitcoin is Bitcoin. One of the things we saw from the labor report is that even though the market mostly reacted positively to the hot 115,000 print we got on Friday, crypto reacted negatively. The reason this happened is because crypto wants easing. All right, so crypto wants easing. And hotter jobs means less easing potential. It means higher jobs means essentially higher rates. Because, you know, the reason to cut rates is if labor's weak. And if labor's strong, you know, then you don't have as much of a green light to cut interest rates. Bitcoin wants easing as well. They want printing and they want easing. And so one of the roadblocks to more easing is inflation. So if we get hot inflation, it might look like we have less need to, or less green light to ease. Lower interest rates, print. And so I think Bitcoin obviously is the higher inflation is, the worse Bitcoin's going to react. Bitcoin currently almost at 81,000 still. And yeah, you can see Bitcoin right here. But here we go, guys. We have 7 minutes left. 7 minutes. We got about 2,000 people here. So let's see what the print shows. But I expect the likes to be firing up here, firing up.
Jordanian Foreign Ministry put out a statement. Jordan condemns infiltration by an armed group from Revolutionary Guard elements into Bubiyan Island to carry out hostile acts against the state of Kuwait.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
I'm just reading that because it might affect oil prices or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I see somebody saying, why is SanDisk pulling back? Bro, SanDisk is up so much. So much. It was at $35 a share in June of last year. $35 a share. It is now at $1,500 a share right now.
So maybe overinflated?
Yeah, I don't think... Look, I'm not saying it's not going to keep going up. Memory prices are high. DRAM prices are high right now. And AI is going to need it, all that stuff more. And so I get it. But, you know, a tiny pullback relative to the move it's made, I don't think it's a cause for alarm. Look at the NASDAQ ahead of CPI, though. So NASDAQ might be getting baked into some CPI moves. Here's S&P 500 right here on the right. Here's the NASDAQ on the left here. NASDAQ is starting to dip down. We're at 29,130 right now. 29,130. Hey, thank you, Charity. I appreciate the love. Thanks so much. Yeah, I mean, I would normally pull Heggy up, but you know, right now I'm going to wait and let CPI come out in 6 minutes. S&P's dipping at 7,400s. NASDAQ at 29,127s here. So, Bitcoin wants QE, low interest rates, not enough. No, that's what I said. Bitcoin wants easing. It wants printing. That's what I meant. QE is printing. QE is basically when the Federal Reserve creates online money, buys up bonds, expands their balance sheet, injects liquidity into things, you know, which causes inflation a lot more than just straight up rate cuts, but it also is faster for easing, bringing interest rates down. Anyways, S&P, NASDAQ really at the lows of the day here ahead of the CPI print. Let's get ready. Give me your last minute projections here. We have 5 minutes left. 5 minutes. NASDAQ is breaking lows of the day, or at least getting close to lows of the day right before this report here. Been breaking down basically all morning. So the shorts have been in control today. And let's get ready here, guys. Let's get ready. SanDisk could drop 50%. I'd still call that healthy. No thanks on Heggy. Yeah. Keg's breath. The nicknames some of y'all come up with are actually funny. You know. 3%, 3.7. What's the year-over-year headline print? It's expected at 3.6% today. I went with 3 points. No, it's expected at 3.8%, 3.7%. I'm going to go with 3.8 or 3.9%. On the month, I'm guessing 0.7. Slightly higher than expected here. But a lot of this, again, chat, just to put this into perspective, there's an April catch-up from the shutdown. And so this CPI report, specifically, today's April's 2026 CPI report does include a one-off adjustment to rent and owner-equivalent rent to make up for the survey shortfall from the shutdown. All right, so the BLS is essentially recalibrating shelter to where it should have been based on the data they've now collected. So if that correction comes in bigger than expected today, we could have a higher print than expected. And so we'll see what happens there. But we are almost here, guys, almost here. We have 4 minutes left. 4 minutes. Let's see what we get. 5.2. I see 3.9% in chat. 4.3%. It's 4%, bro. 4%, 4%, 4%. 4%, and that's being dovish. Man, all the all the Hawks today in chat, man. The Hawks are here.
Dang.
Yeah, the Hawks are here, guys. 4%, 4%. Now y'all are just copying everybody else, bro. 4%. If we come in 4%.
I said 4%. Y'all are copying me from like 20 minutes ago.
I don't think we do 4%. I think we do slightly under it.
I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but
what this means is that everybody pricing in higher than expected. I see 4.2, 4.1, 3.8. I can respect the reasonable guess, Alex, 3.8%. Anything over 3.7, we're seeing 4% next. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, thank you, Mr. BG. I appreciate the love. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Also, my 4% guess was really just, I don't know that it's, I don't know how strongly I think it's going to hit that, but I was really just being a little controversial.
2.8% left. Or 2 minutes, 2 minutes left, 2.5 minutes left. Man, I can't talk. The CPI is getting me too excited here today, guys. S&P testing lows of the day. NASDAQ testing lows of the day right now. Look at this. S&P NASDAQ right here. 2 minutes, 3.99%. Yeah, hit the live button. Put it in 2x speed, guys. We appreciate it. Do it now. 3.7, heard it here first. That's basically what's expected. Quantitative easing should be a weed strain. Why would U.S. government release real CPI before the president? 8%, 2.8 minutes. Yeah, OG.
Dude, if we get 8%, we're in big trouble.
Oh, dude, we got 8%. Market's crashing now. 2 minutes left, chat. Hit the live button next to the play button. I call this the Jurassic Park song. But here we go. It's time, guys. It's time.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm ready.
And I have no formal training, Sam. Got started, me and my family members teaching me, and then just thousands of hours of my own research and experimentation and practice.
Yeah, here we go. 1 minute and 20 seconds left, chat. 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Man, I hope it does not come in at 4%.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it doesn't either. I mean, 4% will make the market go down, obviously. Probably. You never know for sure. But here we go, guys. We have 1 minute left, effectively. 1 minute left. Prepare yourselves, guys. It is time. Prepare yourselves. It is time. We have 55 seconds. Hit the live button. Put it in 2x speed. You won't be delayed on the stream. Hit the live button. Put it in 2x speed. You won't be delayed on the stream. Again, it's expected today at 2.7, 2.8. I showed some people at 2.6%. Again, here we go. We have 30 seconds left. 30 seconds. Thank you, love. I appreciate the sub. Thanks so much. All right, guys, here we go. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. CPI report expected at 3.7, 3.8%. Here we go. We're ready.
So what, in your opinion, would be too low?
I don't think we're going to show up too low. I don't think that matters here. All right, guys. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Yeah, I don't think we're going to come in too low.
Probably not.
Yeah. All right, here we go. About 10 seconds left, guys. 10 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here's the report right now. Okay, guys. So markets have reacted negatively. CPI 3.8%, 3.8%, 0.6% on the month, and 3.8%, slightly higher than some people have expected. Core CPI 2.8%, higher than expected, 0.4% on the month. So headline CPI year over year 3.8% versus 3.7% expected. Core CPI came in higher than expected on both month over month and year over year reading at 0.4 versus 0.3% on the month and 2.8 versus 2.7% on the year. So core showed up higher than expected. The NASDAQ just broke lows of the day here. Again, CPI shelter is up. Yeah, so markets are pricing in negativity here, guys. Markets are pricing in negativity. Let's look at this report here, guys. So this is the CPI print. All right, so this is the CPI print. Again, headline rose 0.9% in March. Let's see. I'm going to dig deeper in this, but again, 0.6% on a seasonally adjusted basis in April. Yeah, this is not good. Not good. Higher than expected. The NASDAQ hasn't really negatively reacted to this, guys. And again, we're going to detail all of this. They did have that seasonal adjustment. And so they said, they did have the seasonal adjustment. But here, let's take a deeper look at this. But yeah, NASDAQ down, S&P down here. Look at this. So food, 0.5% away from at home. Away from home, 0.7%. Energy, 3.8%. 5.2% total, 3.8%. Gasoline is energy commodities, guys, 5.6%. Gasoline, 5.4%. Fuel oil, 5.8%. And again, headline CPI, 0.6 month over month. Core exclude 0.4%, 2.8%. So not cooling. Energy is up 3.8%, 17.9% on the year. The big driver is gasoline. Again, at 5.4% for gasoline, 5.4%. Shelter up 0.6% and 3.3% on the year. Still very, very sticky. And shelter is a heavyweight for CPI, guys. And so inflation reaccelerated on a 12 months basis. Headline at 3.8%, core at 2.8%. So April CPI, again, came in higher than expected for both core readings, which shows some secondary effects from the Iran conflict. Again, look at shelter, 0.6%. And core shelter, 0.5%. And so, yeah, everything basically went up. Again, you can see the consumer price index for all urban consumers increased 0.6% seasonally adjusted basis in April after rising 0.9% in March. Over the last 12 months, the all items increased 3.8%. So, yeah, this is definitely not a good report. I kind of got it right. I mean, I said 3.8, 3.9%. That's what we showed up as. The NASDAQ did crack lows on this report, but did rip up a little bit afterwards here, guys. So, the NASDAQ did rebound some here after reacting negatively. I think it's a bad report. I think core is one of the things here. Again, if we take a look at yields right now and how they might be responding to this, one of the things that we're seeing is that, you know, core CPI, which excludes the energy prices from the Iran conflict, aside from secondary effects, increased higher than expected. And so that's bad, obviously. Again, 0.4% for core in the month, 2.8% for April. Again, higher than expected. Headline showed up higher on the year and as expected on the month. So, yeah.
So, you know, congratulations on being right. But in terms of the market not reacting too much, I mean, I know it did crack, you know, lows of the day, but
yeah,
in terms of it not reacting too much, do we think that some of this was baked in, or?
Yeah,
what?
for sure. Some of this is baked in, definitely. You know, again, markets already expected this, but some of it's baked in. We did crack lows on this report, but the NASDAQ was already down on the day here. So, yeah, we did react negatively. But we're starting to rebound back up, and sometimes the first move is the wrong move, and like people jumping in short here get squeezed, is what this is, right? So I'm going to put this at the bottom of the screen, but again, just to kind of give you some cliff notes here, energy up 3.8% on the month, 17.9% on the year. It's the big driver. Gasoline up 5.4. So like look at the gasoline print here. Again, gasoline 5.4. Food up 3.2% on the year. Food at home up 0.7% right here. So you can see 0.7% food at home. All of this was basically high. Meat, produce, beverages, food away from home up 0.2 or whatever it is. Yeah. And so again, it essentially came in hotter than expected. It wasn't necessarily good, but the NASDAQ is reacting somewhat positively to this print. So like, look, and sometimes markets can just move in an unpredictable way, of course. And that's essentially what we got here. I'm going to put this data up on the bottom of the screen just so you can kind of see what the data showed up as. But yeah, definitely an interesting result here for everything going on. Definitely an interesting result.
Yeah, markets are starting to move back up. Oil's pretty much staying in place.
Is this a short here? We're at the 200 exponential here. I might actually short this, guys. Let's try it. Yeah, I might actually try to short this here.
For it, John.
A little risky, of course, but hey, that's what we're here for. We might actually try to short this. Hold on one second.
Listen to the bad influence.
Right, everybody's telling me to do it, guys. So you know, I mean, listen.
I was talking about me.
Oh, you are bad advice, Britt. You're the top 3 worst advice ever, I would say.
I said influence. I'm a great advisor.
Britt the advisor, guys. Britt the advisor.
I'm like Jafar in Aladdin.
I am short here. I'm going to take a little bit more. This is my funded account, too. How bad am I going to pay for this? Let's see. I'm in a couple contracts here. But yeah, we did show... we showed hotter than expected, but hey, market's already down a lot on the day. I believe we could reject. But we, you know, again, CPI print higher than expected. Let me put the... Can y'all see this? Let me see. Where's the P&L banner up? There it is. Okay, cool. You can't see it. Here, I'll put the banner up so you can actually watch my P&L a little bit closer here. Here's my P&L right here on the left. Are you guys long or short right now, chat? Long or short? Let me know. Longer in play? Yeah, I might get squeezed out of here, and that's all right. Again, my stop loss is going to be right around 195. I think we get 195, we might reject, and I am just getting punished here. We're at 190 here, but I believe we can still turn. You know? It won the battle. I still think I might win the war here. Oh, maybe not. I'm about to get stopped out. I'm out of here. We just got stopped out of CPI. We'll see if we can re-enter. But NASDAQ is pumping up. Look at oil here, guys. The NASDAQ is up. S&P is up. Here's oil. Oil at 101s.
Yeah, it's basically
longs.
Just kind of going sideways.
Yeah, long or short here. Guys, what do you guys think? Long or short? What a rip from higher CPI print than expected here. It's really interesting. But we had higher CPI than expected, guys. The market flew up. Who knew, man? Who knew we would behave this way?
I'm probably wrong, but I feel like go long. Short term, but...
We'll have a dip in mid-June, a small recovery. I see most people saying long now. Still bulls. Yeah, cooked real quick. Hey, thank you, Michael, for the sub, bro. I appreciate the love. Thanks so much, dude. We just got a big turnaround, though, up there. Like, we went up to 205s. NASDAQ just flying higher. Is this an overreaction on the upside? Oil's still dipping, though, so look at oil.
What's it dipping down to?
Wow, the NASDAQ is just ripping up here, dude. Look at this move.
Did you go long?
Bears. No, I didn't go long.
Should have listened.
You short, I short. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it.
The chat is.
You sound disappointed. Right, well, when you're short, you do get disappointed when the market goes up. I mean, I think that's how it goes. You know,
and vice versa.
Yeah. Go schlong. Friday OPEX. High inflation, we go up. War, we go up. What's next? What's the next thing? Yeah, listen, we are in the middle of high inflation from the Iran conflict. We had higher than expected inflation data today. You can read the data release at the bottom of the screen. NASDAQ reacts positively to this print. Oil coming down here. We're in the middle of the Iran conflict. Markets up big, breaking all-time highs here. We also see supercore inflation showed up at 0.454%. Versus 0.179% previously. You know.
I've also heard when we go up, you know?
Yeah. Again, Supercore showed up at, look, I'll put this number up in chat here. Look at oil dump down. So maybe something happened just now. Let's see. We could have some news here. We could have some news. Look at oil. That's a big move in oil short term. My oil chart is actually now frozen here. Look at oil dip, NASDAQ ripping.
I don't see any news. See if there's a tweet.
Yeah, that's what I'm checking right now too. Is tweet watch. Again, just to put this in perspective, Supercore did jump up. Supercore usually mean core services excluding houses. So it strips out food, energy, and housing. Still up. And look at the NASDAQ go here, bro. Look at the NASDAQ fly up.
I mean, there's something from... This wouldn't do it, though. Not this late.
Look at the NASDAQ go here, man. Wow.
I can't believe it's not news-driven.
You're not insider enough to be. You're not insider enough to get the news? Bro, I said 3.8, 3.9% year over year. I'm just going to say I got it right again. All right? Like, yeah, we gave two different numbers. Look, you know, you guys know I got it right. Y'all know. Deep down, you know, you might hate me. You might, you know, come here and troll me.
Don't be mad, guys. We can't all be great like John.
Right. Listen, real ones know. You know? We are flying.
This is too long ago, but Iran's IRGC conducts military drills in Tehran province. But that was like from 11 minutes ago. That wouldn't do this.
Yeah, look at the S&P, guys. S&P is up to $7,400 right now. $7,400 on the S&P. Wow. Market is happy because it was lower than expected. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't lower than expected, though. What was lower than expected, Mike Walker, my friend?
Nothing.
I don't think anything was low. I think, I don't think anything was lower.
Here.
Yeah, I don't think anything was lower. Love to hate or hate to love? Yeah, both. We are flying. Just wait until the market cools down. This is stupid. A bug trap? Did you read bear trap or bull trap? I'm assuming that's what you meant.
A bug trap.
Listen, I'm for a bug trap catching on. I'm for it. I like it. You know, I'll help you with that catch on. We'll give you credit. What's your name? We are flying. Profit taking. Yeah, I mean, I guess this does make sense. We asked people prior to this report what the inflation data would show up as, and everybody basically said it would show up at 4% plus. And so I guess even though it's higher than expected at 3.8, core was all higher than expected as well. Even though we had higher than expected inflation data, markets are reacting positively to this.
Well, I mean, again, I know we talked about some of this being baked in, but I still wouldn't have expected a positive response. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes markets are buy the rumor, sell the news. The reason we're probably going up short term is, and they say sometimes the first move is the wrong move, the first move was red, and a lot of the time, buy the rumor, sell the news dynamic is real. Meaning, the market prices in what they expect to happen prior to the report coming out, and then once the report comes out, if it shows up anywhere near expected, which this one kind of did, even though it was slightly higher, markets start to basically just correct the other way and go the other way. Thank you, Phil, for the subscribe, bro. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Like an example of this is, you know, we saw Dogecoin, and there's like a 420 day a long time ago with Elon Musk, and everybody thought that Doge was just going to run on 420, and then 420 happened, and Doge just dumped down. It just
it actually went the opposite way. Okay.
Yeah. And so sometimes buy the rumor, sell the news dynamic in markets is real. So basically markets price in high inflation already, essentially, and now that even though the inflation data was slightly higher than expected, we're already down so much on the day. And you could argue that based off of the history of the NASDAQ here. Like, here's the NASDAQ. NASDAQ has been falling down all morning, basically, right now. Hey, shout out to whoever subscribed. I appreciate you. Thanks so much. I couldn't catch that one. That one was too quick. Sold the rumor, buy the news. Killing the shorts.
Pretty quick if you're too quick for John.
Oh, and I'm the fastest on these YouTube streets, they say.
Fastest reader in the West, huh?
Yeah, that's right. You know, Britt knows.
Sheet short trade attempt, though. Lucky you have years of risk management. What is a sheet short?
A what? What did you say?
Sheet.
A what?
It's like sheets on a bed.
Yeah, I really have no idea.
Well, I was really asking Sam.
He might have been trying to say a curse word, you know. Hey, top 5 fastest. So you have to think the opposite of the opposite of the opposite. Gotcha. Yeah, that's basically right, Michael. You know, that's basically right. CPI, nothing burger, Mr. Release. CPI was not a nothing burger. Again, put this into perspective, guys. CPI showed up here. It was just the opposite of what everybody thought. This was CPI. We have actually ripped up from the CPI report higher than expected. Again, higher than expected. Year-over-year headline showed up at 3.8%. That was the year-over-year headline, 3.8%, higher than expected. Core CPI for both month-over-month and year-over-year showed up higher than expected at 0.4% on the month versus 0.3% expected for core, and 2.8% on the year versus 2.7% expected. Shout out to the doctor, my guy. Thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate it, doctor.
Oil's down about 55 cents, and the NASDAQ looks like it's leveling off.
I had a sheet short once and had to throw my drawers away in a public bathroom. It happens, bro. It happens, dude. Yeah.
For the best of us.
Yeah. Gas is double what it was in February. Yeah, and one of the, if we look at this report, guys, so we've shown this already. Here's the CPI report. Right? If we look at this, one of the scary prints here is for gasoline. Gasoline showed up at 5.4%. 5.4. Look at this. That ain't good, guys. Just to clarify, that is not good. 28.4% for April.
You're saying it's bad.
Hey, I'm saying gas going up that much might not be a good thing. Some
not ideal.
You know, Frodo Baggins would say it's not good. But yeah, look, NASDAQ is still ripping up here in everybody's face. I don't see any Iran news. You would think maybe we would get some type of like positive reaction here from markets in that way, but
yeah, I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, Hexath is speaking right now still. He says we have a plan to escalate in Iran if necessary, so that probably ain't good. But markets are still going up here. They're still going up. What a weird dynamic here. What a weird dynamic. And again, guys, you want to help?
Immune to all this stuff?
Kind of. Again, if you want to help support the channel, check out Lucid. Lucid is a great way to learn. Most day traders lose money, and so they give you a demo. They test your skill with it. You pass the test. They fund you. You fail. You only lose what you pay for it. And this is a great way to learn day trading. And most day traders simply just lose money. And so if you want,
sorry.
No, if you want to help support the channel, check out Lucid. A beautiful way to help support us. You can use my coupon code BGT on Lucid, Apex, Take Profit. Tradeify right now has the cheapest direct-to-funded option. You get a direct-to-funded on Tradeify for $207. Reasonable rules on it as well. Lucid has a great all-around. Take Profit has 50% off right now. You can find the link to all that stuff in the description, but the Lucid link is pinned at the top of the chat, so check it out. We appreciate it. And shout out to Brian G.
Pause, I think you're done.
No, you're good. I paid $0 for gas. My car's plugged into my solar. This price action shows that the street are playing big games right now. I don't see any sense in this price action. Yeah, it's definitely a little strange to react well to higher inflation data than expected. Especially with core data, which excludes the inflationary aspects of the Iran conflict outside of secondary effects. Core data was higher than expected month over month and year over year. And one of the even more interesting things here is that yields reacted down. Here's 10-year treasuries. Yields are actually down from this report, which is even more wild. Like, so here's where the report came out. Yields are actually down a little bit for 10-year treasuries from this report. So very strange. Very strange. What's going on here? Very odd. Yeah, Lucid is a prop firm. Weird market for sure, guys. Do you guys think we reverse back down? I guess a good question here is, are you bullish or bearish right now on this market? Are you bullish or bearish? Let me know in chat right now. Do you guys think we reverse on the NASDAQ, the S&P? Here's the S&P on the right, the NASDAQ on the left. Do we reverse here? I don't know, man. Technically, it's still down move over the last 2 days. Yeah, and again, this morning we were already red leading into the CPI report. That's the only explanation that makes sense, is that we were already down so much headed into the CPI report that maybe markets are just pricing in weaker data, and they already priced this high CPI report in, and now they're going up on a buy the rumor, sell the news dynamic. Or, I guess, sell the rumor, buy the news, I guess is what this would actually be.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I think because we were already down like $300 from yesterday or something, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
And so I think, like, because we were already down so much, I don't think it's going to reverse again. I think it'll probably just level off and then start going up again eventually.
Yeah, I see Bali say no idea. Hey, I appreciate the sub earlier, Bali. We have been in Iran for years. It's a side field market. The song is playing right now, guys. I don't know if you hear this. I'm just going to let it play. I can't get rid of it. No matter, I delete it from the playlist, it shows back up here. You know? The laughing song. It's laughing at me right now. I feel it. I feel it.
Never heard that song. I've heard y'all reference it, but
no.
It's like
you need to culture yourself. Culture yourself. That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna let it laugh right now. I think it's laughing at the shorts right now, like me. It's laughing at the shorts like me right now.
But yeah, like I said, I think because we were already down so much, I don't think it'll go back down from this jump up. I think it'll level off and then eventually start going back up again.
Maybe. Again, we'll see, guys.
Yeah, I might be wrong, but I mean that's kind of the point. Is taking data into account and then giving your best guess.
Yeah. I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious. We'll see. Again, interesting. Core CPI is higher, which is very strange. Very strange. It's very abnormal for markets to react positively to core being as high as it was. It's very abnormal, but again, it could be a sell the news buy or sell the rumor buy the news event, and that's kind of what this is. Again, the CPI report showed up here at 8:30. We are now here on higher inflation prints right now. Again, CPI on S&P showed up here. We are now here on higher CPI prints. Interesting. Hey, shout out to Andy. Thank you for the subscribe, brother. I appreciate it, Andy. Shout out to Andy. Thanks so much.
Regional
year is lower on a yearly view. Well, yeah, the year over year is going to be lower because the last one was March. So the last one was from March, right? So, March is when we saw the biggest burst in inflation. I don't think that's necessarily making people optimistic but maybe, it's possible. Yeah, so again, Nick Tamaros said this. He said the optimistic story on inflation has been that the recent firming has been tariff-led, which would show up in goods and therefore won't be sustained as tariffs aren't going to ratchet higher year after year. He said the April CPI in isolation isn't kind to this narrative, though. Housing was 0.6%. It was expected to bounce payback for low readings from the government shutdown. But core services, excluding housing, was 0.45%, the third highest month-over-month change since January. On a 12-month basis, 3.3% reading is the highest since February of last year in 2025. Core goods was 0.3% on the month, so NASDAQ still creeping up, though. Look at the NASDAQ jump here. Wow. So again, look at the NASDAQ rise right now, chat. We're gonna day trade the opening bell live here, so stick around. But let's see what we get. Should be interesting. Yeah, so we should get some type of potential rise here. Let's see.
So regional sources say internal pressure on Iran's regime is rising daily amid economic, military, and political strain. Death by 1,000 cuts, one official said.
Yeah. Yeah, look at the NASDAQ, guys. 230s here on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is still rising right now. Still rising. Weird. So yeah, the NASDAQ. Does anybody want to short this? I'm not buying this right now. It's just a bubble. What's up, Blaze? How you doing, brother? Anybody buying this right now? Hey, thank you, Nick. Appreciate the sub, brother. Thank you, bro. Normally, you hate the terrifying laugh. Yeah, but I think with CPI today, maybe we'll let them stay there. The debt to GDP is too high right now. When inflation spikes, it takes bond yields to a dangerous level, so the market is pricing in Fed intervention. Yeah, but yields are down on this report. That's what you would think, right? Like, inflation data and yields follow each other to a certain extent. Why? Because higher inflation means you might have to have higher rates, right? Higher rates pushes down the economy a little bit more, controls inflation a little bit more, right? So higher yields means higher rates. But yields are down on this report, net. Here's 10-year. Again, 10-year yields. When this report came out, they were at about 4.443%. They're now at 4.43%. So they're down a little bit from this report. You can take a look at 2-year yields. And I'm assuming we see a similar dynamic here. Yeah, 2-year yields are down from this report as well. So now they did spike leading into the report, though. So that could explain this, is that they did go up. So this could just show markets priced this in already. So here's 2-year yields. You can see they did spike leading into this report and then immediately correct back down. So maybe the story makes sense. We asked people what they thought inflation would show up as today, and everybody thought it would show up at 4% plus. So maybe the yields dynamic also shows markets pricing in a higher inflation print than expected. And so showing up under 4%, even though most analysts had it expected at like 3.7, maybe markets still reacted optimistically, even though it was higher than expected in that front. What do you guys think? Is that what you guys think here? I do not trust the rise. I would wait till the open. Yeah, maybe we get baked into something different at the opening bell. That's true. Maybe. This is the first time I've ever seen the market react positively to forecasts coming out higher than expected. Yeah, I mean, it's not the first time I've seen it, but this was a big positive reaction. Like, this was not a small positive reaction. This was a fairly large positive reaction here. And so, yeah. Again, this was relatively strong positive reaction. We'll see. Interesting nonetheless. Again, we're now down to 29,222s. I'm just wondering if it holds and whether heading into the opening bell, maybe, we'll get some more positive reactions. I don't know. Time will tell here, chat. Time will tell. Do we reverse at the open? Let me know. Also, shout out to everybody. We did break 171K. So cheers to you. I got my jiu-jitsu mug, which says aggressive cuddling. Carol got it for me. I don't know if I like it, though. It's a little bit too... I don't know. Look, don't tell her I said that. I love my mug, maybe, if you're listening. I love the mug,
It's too late. She heard you.
Maybe she did. I love the mug.
But I really appreciate, we really appreciate all you guys. Thanks for all the subscriptions and helping us break 171,000. You guys are great.
We broke 171,000. We had like 3,200 people here during the CPI print.
I saw that. I was very pleased.
Spending trillions on AI and automation, but it's eating your tail situation. You increase efficiency and profit by replacing people and labor with AI and automation, but in doing so, you decrease demand. John the Aggressive Cuddler. There's nothing wrong with
that's your wrestling name. WWE, you know?
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with gay cups. Bro, listen. Stop it or I'm going to butt scoot towards you, okay? Listen, I know jiu-jitsu, bro. I know it. NASDAQ down at 29.2s. Aggressive is too much. What was CPI? CPI is at the bottom of the screen. It was 3.8% versus 3.7%. Headline was 0.6% versus 0.6%. Core was 0.4%. So core came in higher than expected for both month over month and year over year. Yeah, I know ping pong, guys. I know ping pong. Inflation doesn't matter because AI is deflationary. I doubt this is going to be a BART pattern. Getting more coffee ready for market open. Stick around, guys. We are going to trade market open today. We are going to trade it.
Is a BART pattern like top of Bart Simpson's head?
Yeah, a BART pattern is kind of like... I can't remember what Bart Simpson looks like.
Spiky head. I can't remember what Bart. Okay, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's it. It's the start of one. The hair needs to be a little bit spikier though.
Yeah.
But
I thought that's what they're talking about. I was just curious.
Close enough. Yeah.
John about to get aggressive with hugs. John is an aggressive hugger, you guys.
Don't mess with me, or I'll come out there and hug you real quick, bro. You know. Watch out, guys. It's coming. U.S. future rising after a hot CPI likely reflects expectation of a stronger dollar and continued foreign cap inflows into U.S. assets. Overseas investors buying futures can push markets higher. Yeah. Again, it's a buy the rumor, sell the news event. Or it's the sell the buy the rumor. It's a sell the rumor, buy the news event. Sorry, it's usually the opposite, but 25% pop on Wendy's. What do you think of Buffett being super short on the markets, waiting with loads of cash to buy? AI is too frothy. I think we'll look, to be honest here, guys, I think we're going to get a correction eventually. The problem is that it might be years from now, so we might push up for the next few years and then have a bigger correction later on, right? Like that's what happened in the 90s. Again, the irrational exuberance Greenspan quote happened, I believe, in 1996. And we didn't crash really and have that big bear market until 2000. And so the point is, I think we could crash. I think we could correct big, but it might be years from now. And so the question is, what's the risk reward there? You can get short now, but too early is the same as wrong. And so I don't know. Do I think it's hard to tell? What do you guys think? How do you guys think we're early on the crash? When do you guys think the next crash is? Put the year. Just put the year in chat right now. When do you guys think the next crash is? Hey, I'm not a... Go ahead, bro. Sorry.
I was going to say, is there any possibility that it doesn't crash at all? We don't get a correction? Or is it unlikely?
That's possible. Thank you, M. Rule. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, sir, for the subscribe. Yeah, I believe... Okay, I forgot what I was going to say. Okay, I know what I was going to say. Yeah, we could just keep running up and there not be any crash for the next 10, 15 years. It depends on... Honestly, in my opinion, what it depends on is how quickly robotics takes off. I think robotics is the next big sector that's going to run. And so if we can piggyback off of AI into robotics without much lag, then maybe we keep skyrocketing up and pushing higher and higher and higher and higher, right? If there's a lag between when robotics really starts taking off, and I mean really, like the money starts pouring in, it gets really efficient, it starts working well, it starts commercial and all that stuff, then, if there's a lag between it, then we could have a crash or correction in between that, is what I think. But again, it's so hard to gauge this. One of the reasons long-term is the single best statistical move in markets is because even if we do crash, even if we do correct, generally speaking, markets are going to push up over long run. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. But a correction... Okay. Yeah, Solomon said a correction is not a crash. You're right. A correction is 10%. We usually do that at least once a year. We usually crash or correct, I should say, with about once a year, sometimes more. We got one in April last year. But really, some people might consider April a crash. So
Would you consider those like the 10% corrections? You know, the once a year corrections, kind of like a blow off valve, like a pressure release.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I think it is kind of like that.
And also in terms of AI and robotics, I mean, like you probably do need the market to piggyback on robotics after AI, but I think that's probably a little ways off because I don't think we've begun to see what AI is going to become and what it's going to do in the sectors it's going to create.
Yeah, I mean, I see somebody say if Warsh drops the balance sheet a lot, we could see liquidity crash and flush out toxic investments. Yeah, one of the things that Warsh might be doing here is Warsh might be reducing the balance sheet while simultaneously cutting interest rates, which we haven't really seen before. And I'm curious to see the market's response to that. If Warsh does that, right, where again, generally speaking, we either reduce the balance sheet while keeping rates high, or we expand the balance sheet through asset purchases and quantitative easing while simultaneously cutting interest rates, generally. If we do a combination of both in that regard, where we reduce the balance sheet while simultaneously cutting interest rates, do you guys think the market will have a positive or negative reaction to that? Let me know in chat right now. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about that, because we haven't really seen that much, and Warsh has been incredibly critical of quantitative easing. So a lot of people think that that's what Warsh is going to try to do. He's going to reduce the balance sheet while simultaneously lowering interest rates, which is kind of the opposite of the normal playbook. What do you guys think?
They're saying we may have a heretofore unheard of situation with Warsh.
Yeah, I mean, inflation data showed up higher than expected, Blue X. It showed up at 3.8% on the month, or on the year for headline, and 2.8% on the year for core. All I have is the dollar's going to be destroyed. Market won't like it, but it needs to happen. The 2008 crash was caused by banks lending and people couldn't afford loans. Yeah, a lot of people say private credit is 2008 2.0. I don't necessarily believe that, but I obviously acknowledge the risks here. All right, guys, we got 25 minutes until the opening bell. Let's see what we get.
Dang, dude. Airfares have jumped 20.7% compared to last year. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is strange.
I can't believe anybody can even afford to fly, to be honest.
Bro, I don't like flying, bro. I hate flying, dude.
I don't dislike the actual flight, but just everything else involved with it. I just despise.
Yeah. No, 100%. I just dislike all of it. I don't like flying. Anyways, guys, join our Discord. Our Discord completely free. Doesn't cost anything. I need to pull it up. I forgot where it is. I run into too many. I got too many windows up on this computer. But yeah, join our Discord. It's completely free. Hang out with us after the stream. Look at the NASDAQ start to come back down, though. So we are starting to see somewhat of a drop here. Somewhat of a drop. If you want to join our Discord, here's the link. We appreciate the love. Here's the link right here.
We only need 4 more likes to get to 500. So help us out real quick, guys. It would be very much appreciated.
Yeah, dip might be coming in now. I hate flying.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oil just went up like $1.50. So
did it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is geopolitics of some sort. Let's see it.
President Trump is backing measures to lower living costs, including the Senate's housing bill and a temporary gas tax holiday. But analysts say the move may have come too late to ease voter anger over high inflation and cost of living pressures ahead of elections per Punch Bowl.
Yeah, see that.
I don't know how that would do it, but that's all I see so far.
Airfares are up to 20.7% compared to last year.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. Huh.
CME to create futures market for computing power backing AI.
Yeah, weird, man. Anyways, look at oil, guys. Oil at 101s. I think oil, this is all running from just market open. Or not market open, from the 9 a.m. scrum. 9 a.m. 5 minutes ago. A lot of orders start waking up. I think that's what oil's jumping up on. NASDAQ's dropping a little bit, but I think these are just overnight orders going through and stuff like that from 9 a.m. Or oil specifically is what it seems like to me. But maybe I'm wrong here.
You're totally wrong, John.
I feel like I might be right, guys. I feel like I might be right.
No, you're probably right. I'm just fooling with you.
Don't you tell me I'm wrong, bro.
John's never been wrong.
Reality setting in. This is no longer a democracy. I don't think he cares about voters. Robot said this is just a reload. My crypto players are only Bitcoin. This is historic. Bought oil yesterday in the green. Hey, nice zero, cool. Think about 4 generations in a row have benefited big time from inflation. Gen Z is absolutely locked out and getting squeezed, and engineered crash will help the next gens. Yeah, I mean, crashes can... Sometimes we need corrections. I see Brandon Ross as the billionaire class believes that AI will solve aging, cure cancer, and propel us into a type 1 civilization and beyond. I think they're manipulating the markets to remove all the roadblocks from it. Bitcoin to 65,000 this month. Connor says parabolic on a 1 minute for oil. I mean, I don't know if this is parabolic, but it is up on a 1 minute chart.
Those things really, I mean, they really might happen due to AI, but it also can go the other way. That's just assuming that AI doesn't go horribly wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I see some people say this is Hegseth. I mean, as long as we, program them, I've said this a million times, but as long as we program AI without defense mechanisms, so like protective defense mechanisms, then I think we're okay. You know, we need to program them to not protect themselves over everything else, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would also help to have them on like closed systems as well. Yeah. To some extent.
No, for sure. No, that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, the truly smart ones, anyway. Like the ones that have just gathered data, maybe it's not a problem.
No, for sure. Yeah, look at oil, guys. Oil at 101.20s here. NASDAQ still falling down some here. So this is the move the NASDAQ has made from CPI data. Here's where CPI showed up. Here's the NASDAQ now here. 200 exponential right here. So the 200 exponential could be a relevant area on the chart here. Oil at 101s right now. US oil is up 7% this morning. Guys, we are already past that with AI. Terminator vibes. AI will get a massive change in governance and controls, which I think will be the bubble popper. Yeah, from 9 to 9:30, we could see the drop we were expecting after CPI news. 100%. I think maybe we'll get baked into it. Are y'all bull or bear for the opening bell? I'm kind of bearish, but I think markets are bullish, so what do I know? I might be wildly wrong. But I think we obviously reacted too positively to the high inflation data we got. And the only thing I can really consider is that markets had already priced in high inflation, and so now we're going up after going down leading into it. But maybe the opening bell will correct that some. Machine learning, they could learn that themselves. Not John London.
Just wait for recursive self-improvement. I mean, I've thought about some of those things. I mean, it probably is impossible to really stop it. I mean, maybe we could curtail it, slow it down a little bit. But I don't know. I don't know if AI ever reaches true sentience. Maybe it will.
It will. I believe it will.
Like self-awareness and preservation. It passed
the Turing test already.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, in some ways.
Okay, well, I mean, I didn't know it's already behaving with self-preservation.
But I think, sorry, go ahead, Bert. Finish your statement.
No, it's okay. I was stumbling over my words. I couldn't think of how to phrase what I wanted to say. But you get the gist of it. I think it already is factoring in self-preservation, so that's pretty creepy.
Right, for sure. And I think, people would argue that LLMs aren't really that anyway, that they're just, they're just broad data is what they're going to argue LLMs are. Anyway, and maybe they're right.
Yeah, not a Turing test, a Turing test, like Alan Turing.
Yeah.
Connor.
AI bull run doesn't care about inflation, record government debt. Yeah, AI on quantum might get crazy too. AI will realize it just needs to shut down the... I wonder how much more expensive oil can get at the pump. Oh, it can get more expensive.
I do believe AI can cure cancer, but I kind of have my doubts about like answering the aging crisis, because I just don't know how much we can actually do about that. I don't know how much is actually possible in terms of like preserving telomeres and things of that nature.
Right, for sure. Yeah,
like,
so...
I mean, good.
No, it's hard to tell. I explained this already, like a lot already, but I think AI is only going to get better and better and better. You have to look at how much better it's gotten, and then you have to extrapolate that over the next 10, 15 years. This is the example I always use. But I think when you do that, you realize that like research and productivity in research is going to increase exponentially over the next 10,
That's
15,
true.
20 years. And so when that happens, it's possible it helps aging. I mean, it's very likely it helps aging to a certain extent. It's possible. I'm not going to say it cures aging, but it helps it a lot to where it seems that way. Same thing with any other educational or research-based thing. It's going to increase the production of that research so much more and so exponentially that, we're just going to have a massive increase in productivity in every sector, essentially, is what it's going to bring. And so.
Yeah, no, I mean, I absolutely agree with you on that. And I wasn't saying that it won't improve, on the aging issue. I think that there's a cap on that, just like anything else. And I think eventually we're going to reach a point where we can't extend our lifespans or our quality of living anymore. I don't think we'll ever reach like immortality. You know what I mean? Unless you're talking about like synaptic transfer or something like that. Actually transferring consciousness.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree. NASDAQ's still heading up 29. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. I mean, maybe, but who knows what we're going to get 10,000 years from now. Anyways, NASDAQ at 29,223s here. Oil started to dip down. So we're going to head towards the opening bell. We have 18 minutes. 18 minutes. Let's see what we get. But CPI inflation data is out. Markets reacted well to higher inflation. And now we are heading into the opening bell. Let's see what we get here, guys. I'm really curious to see how the market reacts at the open. And again, let me know. Bull or bear at the opening bell, guys. I'm going to do another poll here. We got this poll. This poll says 51% bullish.
I'm going bull in the
49% bear. I'm going bear at the open.
So weird today.
All right. Bull or bear at open. We're going to keep the poll really simple here. Bull or bear at open. Bull or bear. There you go. There's the poll.
All right, cool.
About DCA and quantum. Go ahead, dude. Sorry.
Oh, I'll just respond to somebody in the chat. I don't think I'd want to live forever either. I think it'd be exhausting.
Yeah, some of y'all haven't watched Interview with a Vampire and it shows,
Great movie.
Yeah, it is a great movie. Rug pull at the open, market open, hype up, and then dump. Bull.
So?
What are the rate hike odds now with new CPI? I mean, I doubt they're going to be... Yeah, I mean, we're basically right where we were here, which means markets kind of price this in. 97.6% odds of falls.
Who in the chat agrees with Diamond Dino? Market open, hype up, and then dump.
Yeah. Higher CPI means what? That means higher inflation. Now it's a pass for me. That's still quiet, boys. Is it full of bull when doubt sticks in with the trend? Yes. Yep. In the poll right now, the bears are still winning. 57% are bearish, 45% are bullish. This was the hype dump incoming. Bullish on oil. Yeah, here's the S&P. Let's look at the Dow. The only thing that makes me kind of bullish here, like I'm kind of torn. I think yesterday we basically hit 29.5 on the NASDAQ. Here's 29.5 right here. So yesterday we basically got up to that level here. Look, we were right here. And so at 29.5, I think market might want 30,000. We're very close to 30K. And the closer we get to it, the more I think we're going to test it. And so we start to rip up past 29,400, 30,000 is right here. And so I think that's a very relevant spot to watch. But again, one of the things that CPI shows us is that who freaking knows which way markets are going on this. Who freaking knows? Bears are winning the poll right now, and here comes the dump. People want more inflation. First moves the wrong move at the open. We can only hope. Position for a morning pump. Higher inflation is good for markets. SPY has a small H&S pattern on the hourly. Feds Goulby says the worst part of April CPI is services inflation. Yeah. 30,000 could be a carrot.
Would it be possible to put a timer up for the market open?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you. What makes it being sentient? I would say
most people go by the Turing test.
Self. Yeah, well, I would just say a general sense of self-awareness and basic morality, reasoning, and logic.
Yeah.
And a self-preservation reflex.
Yeah, I see. Ben Handler says, I think the inflation is being seen as a temporary thing because of the war. Yeah, no, that's absolutely. But in my thesis prior to the CPI report was because I think markets are going to see the inflationary aspects of the Iran conflict as temporary, watch core inflation. If core inflation is low, even if headline is high, maybe we'll get some positive reactions. The thing about it, though, is that core was hotter versus expectations than headline was, right? So headline was flat month over month at 0.6%, but higher slightly year over year at 3.8%. Core was higher than expected for both headline month over month core was higher than expected month over month and year over year on this report. And so weirdly enough, like, markets reacted positively even with core being higher than expected at 2.8%, versus 2.7 and 2.6% last time. So very strange reaction here in regards to CPI. Very strange. Not what you typically see here, in all honesty. So
I mean, granted, I'm pretty inexperienced, but I certainly didn't expect that reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, very strange reaction here.
Microsoft pumping.
Yeah, very weird.
So if yields are down, gold should have gone up, right?
Gold should be higher, but I think it looks like gold's kind of flat. Actually, gold is down.
Really?
Yeah, we're seeing kind of weird moves from the CPI report. Here's where CPI showed up. And so maybe markets are... Yeah, I mean, it seems like markets are pricing this in as dovish. Like, the logic here is probably that somehow they're pricing this as dovish. Because, again, when yields go up, right, people generally buy less gold. Why is that the case? Because they're making more on bonds. When yields are high, interest rates are high, that means they're earning more on bonds. They have less need to buy gold, which is not guaranteed returns. When yields are low, they earn less on bonds and tend to buy gold more. And so gold kind of shows markets could be pricing in a little bit more dovishness. And I think yields kind of show the same thing. I think if you look at yields, yields are currently... Okay, now yields are up. So maybe yields just took a little bit of time to get baked into this. Weird. Here's 10-year yields. They were reacting negatively here. Here's where the CPI print showed up, right here. Now yields are actually up, which was more logical in terms of reactions here. Like, higher CPI is going to make higher yields, higher rates, higher yields, and so forth. So interesting dynamic here for sure. Missed my short entry by 2.5 points. Gold dumping, gold down, yields up. Is this our pullback buy? CPI core is the most important indicator of the direction of price. Yeah, but even that, in that regard, it doesn't make sense because CPI core showed higher than expected, higher than last time, higher than expected. So even with core, it was higher, and NASDAQ is up, which is strange. So even with that, it's not a perfect thing here.
U.S. Defense Secretary says Iran ceasefire agreement remains in effect despite recent tensions and exchanges of fire. Says any dealing with Iran will happen on America's terms, signaling Washington will maintain a hardline stance in negotiations and security matters. Trump says Iran ceasefire is on life support but not yet dead as he heads for high-stakes talks with China and amid rising Middle East tensions.
Hey, thank you, Ryan, for the subscriber. NASDAQ. Yeah, appreciate the sub. Thanks so much. It's gonna be fast. Yeah, I'm waiting for the opening bell. We'll see what we get. It's because it's priced in. Yeah, no, that's the logical thing that makes sense is that the high inflation print is effectively like priced into this right now. So the high inflation print is basically what everybody expected to show up as, and so now it's kind of a sell the rumor, buy the news event, the opposite of a buy the rumor, sell the news event, where effectively markets are going down leading into the report, pricing in hotter inflation, and then when the inflation data comes out, they start taking profits in their shorts, which means buys, which means rebounds. That's the only logical explanation of this CPI report, which was higher than expected, both year over year headline, core headline year over year, core month over month. So, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. 726 is target down, SPY target higher, 740. That would insinuate that stock valuations and PE ratios no longer matter because compared to growth in the economy. Well, PE ratios have been kind of wild lately as well, to be honest here. So PE ratios have been freaking high. Freaking high. So, yeah. Yeah, so PE ratios have been wild. Hey, thank you, Matt. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call manipulation. Well, kind of. All right, so look at gold. What asset do you guys want to trade today at the opening bell? I'm probably going to trade the NASDAQ, maybe gold, maybe oil. What do you guys want to trade this morning at the opening bell? Let me know in chat. Core CPI breaking the 200 level, but the 200 EMA. Yeah, the 200 EMA here on the NASDAQ when we zoom in here is right here. So we actually went over the 200 exponential, and then we held support here, and now we're starting to kind of creep back up a little bit, but we actually went over the 200 EMA number. We'll see if we actually hold now at the 200 exponential. Gold's still rising though. Again, Goolsby says the worst part of April CPI is services inflation. Trump also said that Iran will 100% stop uranium enrichment. He said he is fully confident they will abandon uranium enrichment in any path towards nuclear weapons despite stalled talks. Speaking in a radio interview, he claimed the U.S. pressure on a blockade or forcing Iran into compliance, adding 100% they're going to stop. He also said the U.S. is in direct contact with officials there as no agreed to Russia deal while tensions remain high after he called the fragile ceasefire. So, oil up to 101.20s here, guys. 101.20s.
And apparently the Iran war cost is at $29 billion right now.
Interesting.
OpenAI's $20 billion commitment could give it an 11% stake in Cerebras, however you say it, the information.
Yeah, I asked people what they're trading. Bitcoin, gold, Bitcoin, Pokemon cards, gold and oil, meme coins, Tesla, SanDisk, uranium, gold. So many gold traders today, guys.
Rare earth metals, about that.
We are in a service economy. Silver and oil. Higher fuel prices, higher inflation, oil, Bitcoin, NASDAQ for me. NASDAQ. Yeah, I'm trading probably NASDAQ, oil, maybe gold. A lot of people say NASDAQ here. So, gold. Yeah. All right, well, here we go. Opening bell is in what, 20 or in 6 minutes? Yeah. Pokemon. I'm a Pokemon guy. Like, I don't know if y'all can see that up there. Look, there's Charmander right there. My son made that for me, guys. You know? So. Yeah, we're right at the 200 exponential right now. Like, we're right there. And remember, guys, take profit 50% off sale going on right now. 50%. So, 5 minutes left. 5 minutes. We did a poll for the opening bell. What does that poll say? 52% are bearish, 48% are bullish. Shows the kind of split we're getting. The Bears. What's up, Bruce? Yeah, I got some cards. My son and I have been collecting them for years. I shorted gold all day. You can use BGT, but there's a link in the description, Blaze, if you... Yeah, 50% off, no activation on Take Profit right now. It's the biggest sale they've ever done. So. Yeah, I mean, if you look at this, right, you're asked... A lot of people are like, hey, how much is that per account? About $75. Out the door, no activation fee. End of day drawdown option. So here's Take Profit right here. Here's Take Profit. $150 a month. If you use my link, you get 50% off. So about $75 an account. No end of day drawdown, no activation fee. 50K. You know, you still get it for pretty cheap. Take Profit is great. Great for beginners too. So what do you think about semiconductors? Isn't Soxel down today? Yeah, so Soxel is down. I mean, this is after Nvidia broke all-time highs yesterday, though. So Nvidia got up to 222s here. Yeah. So here we go, guys. We got 4 minutes. 4 minutes. I appreciate you guys watching. Yeah, use coupon code BGT at all major prop firms. I appreciate you guys using or joining me today for CPI. We have some great numbers so far still, and I appreciate it. And let's see what we get.
What are like Apple, Google, Meta, those stocks? What are they doing? Or prices,
Well,
whatever.
Apple's at 292s. Meta is at 596s. Google is at 385. So most of these are kind of flat on the day here. What I'm curious about is to see obviously we've seen some strange reactions today with inflation data, right? Oil back over 101. So I'm just curious to see. Sometimes we'll get data like this, guys, and then at the opening bell, we'll see like a big correction. So that's kind of what I'm looking into today is like, will we get a big correction at the opening bell is basically what I want to know. I'm not sure. We'll see, but very strange day altogether, Would
it be weirder if we didn't or if we did?
I don't know. I think we're close to the lows here. So even though we had a positive slight reaction to CPI, we could reverse at the open sometime and head down and test this low and then turn red. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just putting possible scenarios out here. Again, oil up. So, yeah.
It's just possible that it could turn down and head for the nearest round number.
Sure. Yeah, it could go the other way for sure. Bought more DRAM today. Or DRAM. Yeah, I mean, memory is wild. I bought some RAM for my PC, bro. This was like 6 months ago, dude. And I wasn't happy buying it. I just bought a little 32 gigs. It was like $500-$600. Like, what the hell is going on? Freaking AI making all that shit expensive, man. I don't like it. All right, so Trump is speaking right now. He said the U.S. is conducting direct communications with Iranian officials, and we are not in a hurry to reach an agreement. This conflict will be resolved without the need for haste, and Iran is facing isolation that deprives it of revenue sources, he says. He says strikes have severely weakened their military leadership and capabilities. And, yeah, I mean, we've heard all this before. With that said, though, these quotes are making the NASDAQ push up here. I think algorithms are probably responding to the first part, which is that we're conducting direct communications with Iranian officials. But I don't think that's as bullish as markets might initially price in based off of it, because it's kind of just a reiteration of something we've heard before. Here we go. We got 40 seconds left until the opening bell. 40 seconds. Let's see what we get today, guys. Last minute bull or bear predictions. Most people are bearish right now. I think 54% of the chat is bearish. 46% are bullish in the votes. Let it rip. All right, guys, here we go. Here's the opening bell. Good luck, friends. Hit the live button next to the play button. Put it in 2x speed. Let's see what the opening bell brings us. And there is the opening bell. NASDAQ up to 29.2s, dropping immediately at the opening bell. Maybe we'll see a delayed response to CPI inflation data, but so far the NASDAQ has dropped since the opening bell. Now, sometimes the first move is the wrong move, but look at the NASDAQ fall here, guys. I'm going to put the S&P up here as well. S&P and the NASDAQ are red so far at the opening bell. It doesn't mean anything yet, but we are dropping some here. We are dropping some. We're at 740, 74 on the S&P. NASDAQ is starting to get closer to that low of the day level here. But again, we do have a red opening move right now. A red opening move right now. Interesting. We're at 29,157s here. 29,157s. 7,400s on the NASDAQ. Or on the S&P.
On the S&P.
Yeah. All right, guys. We did have a red open so far here, chat. We did have a red open. The president said we 100% get Iran's nuclear dust. All right, so we are breaking down a little bit. Is the first move the wrong move, but the bears have gained control since the opening bell. We are now effectively, when did data come out? Data came out right here, right at the lows. So
United States is conducting direct communications with Iranian officials, and we're not in a hurry to reach an agreement.
Yeah, we covered that maybe like a couple minutes ago.
I only got it like just now. Sorry.
Well, you need faster internet, Brett.
I'm in the middle of nowhere.
I blame you, Britt. You should have got that earlier.
Too.
And thank you, Sky21. I appreciate the sub. Thank you, brother. Or sister. We're at 29,175s here. 29,175s. 29,100s right here. Let's see if we keep cracking down here. But look at this drop. So far, we're red. S&P's starting to break down here, too. We're at 74s.
Getting a little support right now. I don't know if it'll hold, but...
Yeah. Again, we're at 29,166. Weird.
And it's part of Iran's political balancing amid conflict, Iranian officials say.
Yeah. So far, we are red since the opening bell. I'm going to look to trade here, but... So we are shorting this a little bit. This is a eval for the opening bell, but I think I have to just kind of go for it on this one. I've been so back and forth on this eval. Let me see. We'll add to this right at the 200 exponential. It's a little bit early for me to trade, but since it's an eval, I can justify it a little bit more. There we go. All right. Alright, so we're kind of flat here. Trying to give this some time. Here's the position right here if you guys want to see it. I'm going to take a little bit more off of this here. There we go. Let the Bears win! Guys, let the Bears win. Going to size back in as we get closer to these lows. Just be careful. This could squeeze the other way quick here. I'm going to add more, see if you reject back down real quick. Hopefully I don't take too big a size to where I get stopped out too quickly here. And the bull is getting back control here. Yeah, I just got stopped out. I don't love to see it. That's one way to burn an eval. But I was already kind of on life support on that eval anyway. Let's just be real here for a second.
Oh, you burned it out?
Yeah, I hit the back loss. We'll trade our actual funded account soon. But
okay. Trump administration says years of America-last policies weaken the U.S. defense industrial base through offshoring, outsourcing, and underinvestment. Says President Trump's proposed $1.5 trillion defense budget will build on the historic $1 trillion FY26 plan to rebuild military.
Yeah.
Oh, military capacity and reverse Biden era mismanagement. Sorry.
Yeah, I had to go back size there, but just because, again, like I said, that account was kind of on life support anyway. You know?
Can you revitalize that account, or is that not possible?
I don't know if I hit the... I can't tell if I hit the daily max loss or the actual max loss.
Okay.
You know?
But if you hit the actual max loss, then that account is literally like gone forever?
Oh, yeah, it's over. Yeah.
Okay.
I was right, too. We ended up turning back down. I just took a little bit too big of size. It's all right. Again, it's one of the reasons you guys should trade with evals if the volatility is too crazy. Kind of limit your size a little bit here, guys.
Oil's going up over 102.
Yeah.
Or trying to.
Yep. Yeah, so we're starting to push back higher here. I might actually short this. Let's see. Let me get my position thing out of the way. I'll put it at the bottom left. I still want to short this. We're close enough to lows. Risky, but we'll take 5. We'll take much smaller size here and then see. I'll add to it if it goes in my favor. There we go. There we go. Let's see if we turn. I want to give it some time to turn here. There we go. We're so close to lows. I think the bears. Yeah, there we go. Take a little bit off. Ride the rest. There we go. We're close enough to lows where I think bears could just get control here. But we could also look for an orb setup. Yep. Ooh, I don't like that squeeze back up here. I'm going to start reducing size immediately. Made money on the trade, but I don't like that pop back higher here. A little tight range, though, since the opening bell. So we can look for the orb setup. Let's take a look at it. Let's draw it. Here's 830 right here. So the orb setup would be basically right here. This is the orb right now. We'll add to it and adjust it as it starts to form. We're 8 minutes into the day.
Let's see.
Yeah, oil ripping. Is it really? Oil. Yeah, up to almost 102s right now. So what we're seeing is the inflationary aspects present themselves from what Trump was saying here. NASDAQ is pretty quiet at the opening bell, though.
Yeah. Trump won Iran. The matter is extremely simple. We cannot allow them to possess a nuclear weapon because they will use it. Trump says Iran is just a question of time. We don't have to rush anything.
The
timing is a little whatever.
Yeah, I'm not going to go too into it.
Yeah. Looks like oil's trying to come down and the NASDAQ's starting to try to push up again. I don't know if that's in reaction to any of the stuff I just read, but probably not.
Yeah, I'm just going to put this out there. We are going to do a Lucid account giveaway today for CPI Day. What we're going to be giving away here, guys, is we're going to be giving away a Lucid Pro 50K eval. We'll give away 2 evals today. Lucid Pro 50K and a 25K Lucid Pro. 100% off both of them. Look at the NASDAQ rip here. So we did break the opening range, but we're only 9 minutes into the day. But I'll put this out there. In order to win, you have to join our Discord. Discord link is pinned at the top of the chat. Or at the bottom of the chat now. So if you want to take part in that, join our Discord right now.
It's a good deal, guys. Doesn't cost you anything, you know?
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
some say free is better than paying for it. I'm going to steal your joke, Britt. Some say that. Some say a free account, you know, is better than paying for it or something like that.
Some do say that, including me. I'm one of the some.
Alright. Yeah, we're up to 29,233 right now. Look at this move. Here's the VWAP, though. Maybe the VWAP dumps us down here, but man, I think the shorts from the CPI report are just getting squeezed out of here. Still looking at yields. Still just rip it up here. Buy the rumor, sell the news is the only dynamic that makes sense here today. Also, give me a follow at x.com at beginner trades, chat. At beginner trades. $29,240s right now. Here's the VWAP. So we're right at the volume weighted average price. We've broken that opening range. I almost want to buy this dip.
Oh, sorry, I know you're trading, but when you have a chance, is Nvidia pumping up?
Look, guys, here's the orb. Here's the top of the range of that orb of the first, like, 10-minute orb. Look at that bounce directly off of it, man. I should have taken it. It's all right. It's my fault, guys. It's my fault.
I blame you, John.
I mean, it is my fault for sure. Buy the rumors of the news. Toast. Nvidia up. I believe ice cream is better. It might be. You just have to join the Discord. You just gotta join it. It was a top 3 orb. Yeah, I mean, I don't really like the 10-minute orb as much as the 15. And so I'm gonna wait for the 15, but the 15-minute range is looking a little large. I do like where we're at in the volume profile, so to speak, for upward push, but I need a larger pullback here, maybe down to like 225. I'd buy it. But look at this rip here, man. We are flying higher here.
Yeah, let me take you higher.
Yeah. You have taken us higher, Britt.
Well, I was kind of referencing Creed, but I can't remember the lyrics that come after that. So
yeah.
But do you think this is a natural movement, or do you think there's some kind of catalyst here?
I mean,
look, oil doesn't seem to really be doing much, so it's probably just a natural thing.
Yeah, I think what this really is today, if we take a look at it, is Nvidia breaking all-time highs. So if we take a look at Nvidia here, this is really what's driving this. I think you mentioned this earlier, Britt, but look at Nvidia, 223s right now. So this is what this is driving this move, is specifically Nvidia moving up, testing all-time highs. Like, that's what this is.
Okay, that makes sense.
And with that said, the NASDAQ is getting closer. You know, again, we're getting closer to 30,000.
I can't believe the wake Nvidia has. Like, it's kind of ridiculous.
It's the most heavily weighted stock in the stock market, and so it goes up, markets go up, regardless of what else is going on.
No, it's just impressive. Like I mean, I don't know if I'm using the right term there, but like, for lack of a better term, the wake, WAKE, of that stock is ridiculous.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, look at Nvidia.
I only bothered spelling it because I know you can't spell, John. Not because I thought you might mishear me.
Yeah, I can't spell, bro. You know? That's true. That is true. You know? I'm pretty sure Halo is spelled Hallow. You know?
We did have a friend of ours who spelled ghost G-O-S-T-E.
It's Fritch, bro.
I'm not going to mention names, but you probably know who it is.
It will happen again, just a matter of time. Nvidia 100% year to date. Tesla ripping too. Soxel was down. Intraday price pump.
And it went all the way up to 1,400.
You need to read the comments. Bro, I do read the comments, bro. I'm not going to only watch the comments, bro. Then honestly, the channel would be nothing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, we both try to keep an eye on the comments, but you have to realize how many people are speaking. It's hard to read everything.
Yeah, like
I even scroll back through the chat for like relevant comments to try to read, but sometimes you just can't catch everything.
Look at the NASDAQ, guys. NASDAQ 29,300s. Maybe that could reject it right here. 29,300. Hey, shout out to Gamer Next Door. I appreciate the sub. Or who? I saw. Yeah, Gamer Next Door is right. Thank you for the sub, my friend. Thank you, brother. Yeah, look at Nvidia run though, man. NASDAQ flying, Nvidia flying. Sheesh.
And run in.
Run in, and run in, run in, and run in, run in, and run in, run in, run in, run in. You don't everybody in the stream. No, I don't. Everybody in the stream owes me $20 now for making me sing here. Making me sing.
What's a performance fee, you know?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. 300 did reject it here. Is it time to buy this dip, though, dude? It might be. I'm in the NASDAQ right now.
You talking about go long on the dip or shorting?
Long.
Okay.
But I needed a dippier dip. I need like 250s. Give me 250s, or I'm not going to take it. See if we can dip. Come on. Oh my goodness, that's a dip. All right, we're in here now. 5 contracts. Immediate bounce. I'm going to take a little bit off just because we went so up so fast here. Man, what a bounce.
I'll pay him for you. I get a discount anyway for listening to John sing. I only have to pay him $5.
Yeah. You know, he's got the old friend discount. All right, so we're still up here, man. Look at this move. So dip buy and worked. See if we hold up here now, though, dude. I almost don't trust it. I'm in it right now. I want it to go up.
I don't know if I believe that, John.
As I say that, it reverses, so that intuition was right so far. Back down. Yeah. It just didn't feel... I should have held... I mean, I should have maybe sold a little bit more up there. I mean, I made money, but, like... Yeah, look, now we're back at the VWAP. If we don't hold this, I gotta cut it. I'm gonna cut it right there. Look at this drop. Whoa. Let's see. Let's make sure there's no catalyst here. There's something.
We have Trump. We have to do tariffs a different way, less efficient, but I get to charge more. Ships are coming to Texas and Louisiana to load up with oil.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to outread you. I was just reading a string of them.
I'm the only guy that can read this news here, Britt. That is my job.
You're the greatest reader. You know?
I'm the greatest reader of all time. Definitely the fastest typer in here. You know.
No, that's almost definitely true.
But real quick, guys, look at the NASDAQ turn down here. NASDAQ turning all the way back down. It's almost at the 200 exponential. So I got out right in time. That VWAP.
The Texas Louisiana oil news?
I don't think so. Maybe the tariff news.
Yeah.
Have to do tariffs a different way, less efficient. Maybe charge more. Maybe that's scaring people. Could just be a turnaround. Sense. Yeah. JP Morgan CEO says too much exuberance in markets, and he definitely used that word intentionally. Again, in 1996, Alan Greenspan on the internet boom said there was irrational exuberance. 4 years later, we had one of the longest bear markets and crashes in history. And so JB Diamond absolutely knows the history of this, and in turn is absolutely using that word intentionally.
So was that call made too early, or was he predicting it like in a certain time frame?
I don't know, man. It was too early for sure, but he was just calling what he saw, which was irrational exuberance, you know.
I don't know why it's kind of a funny term.
Yeah. Let's see if we hold here at the 200 exponential.
And Nvidia shares hit record high.
Yeah, look at this bounce here. I'm gonna put a 5-minute chart up right now. Where the heck is my minute time frame thing?
John, top 3 reader of all time.
I'm definitely one of the best readers out there in markets, I would say. Like, I would say when it comes to top readers, you know, you got
kind of like Simple Jack.
Yeah, you got Tolkien, you got John at beginner trading. NASDAQ coming down here. We're back into that opening range though. I gotta wait.
So you kind of like Simple Jack, you've got a good brain.
Yeah, that's right. John, that was incredible. What was incredible? Me?
You.
I know.
You being you.
I know, man. I believe that. Nvidia taking off. Yeah, Nvidia flying here.
Top 3 hairstyle on YouTube. John does have great hair. I got to give him that.
I'm just glad I have hair at this point in time, really. You know. Me
too. Well, I mean, I'm glad you have hair, not that I have hair.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I have hair too. I'm kind of indifferent about your hair, you know. All right, guys, NASDAQ tumbling down here under the VWAP, under the 200 exponential. We're getting closer to the lows of the day here. Lows of the day are down here at 113 on the NASDAQ. We're getting pretty close to that.
Did the Dow just get nuked? I don't think so. Did it?
Yes, the Dow is
freaking
dumping here, dude. Look at this. I didn't even look at the Dow.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Look at the Dow, bro. Wow, holy shit. Forgive me for cursing, but damn, dude, the Dow got absolutely destroyed. Starting at the opening bell, the Dow is down a huge amount. Huge amount.
What?
I mean, it's not a crazy amount. Like, it's not like crash potential, but it's down a lot. You're right. Dow got dumped on at the opening bell. NASDAQ has been kind of indifferent. Sideways, I would even say, since the opening bell. Since the opening bell, the NASDAQ is almost purely sideways. But
what are the biggest stocks in the Dow again?
The Dow is made up of, I mean, it's got some tech stocks, but it's not as tech heavy. It's got Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Cisco, some bank stocks, Coca-Cola. NASDAQ is starting to fall, though.
Can you see how any of the individual stocks in the Dow are doing, or are you busy? I mean, I know you're busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just jumped in a short.
Okay, I'll wait.
Yeah, I just jumped in the short, but maybe I should be shorting the freaking Dow today, man.
I'll wait, but I expect news.
Yeah, if anything, we're getting kind of chop. Hasn't been easy to trade today at all, but
yeah, dropped. Well, let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut some of this here. I don't want to take too big of thoughts. I'd rather limit my risk.
Yeah, it fell almost 400 points.
Excuse me. Yeah, the Dow dumped. I don't know what was the big losing stock in the Dow.
Yeah, but something dragged the whole thing down.
Chat, Encyclopedia of the Chat. What is it?
Yeah, help us out.
Yeah, this is a take profit eval. I'm already in the profit on this though, and I'm still green on the day, I think. I have to go
Someone says Microsoft.
Oh yeah, Microsoft is probably, yeah, Microsoft makes sense. Microsoft dumped at the opening bell.
Huge Godzilla size, disgustingly oversold equals extreme exuberance.
Yeah, I had to get out of the trade. Yeah, Microsoft. Look, here's the Dow right here, and then here's Microsoft on the left side. Software fears continuing, but look at Microsoft. So it dumped.
Oh man. Does anybody in the chat have any idea why Microsoft dumped so hard, or was it just a natural part of the market?
Well, it's probably just natural flow. Microsoft
Wasn't talking to you, John.
Oh well, Britt, you were, because I'm here. It's my stream. It's my stream, bro.
Well, that's what you say.
Britt says this is my stream now. He says.
I've subsumed your stream. So you're oh god, that was ridiculous. I just wanted to use the word subsume. It's a great
I know.
word.
Listen. Oh yeah. Look, I jumped back into this here. I'm gonna start taking some of the profit off. I'm on a 5-minute chart. I think we could break down here.
I think it
Got
just rejected
more.
major previous highs. Someone says because Microsoft's the only stock I'm holding, that's why it dumped.
Look, there we go. Hold on, look. Look at my trade here, guys. Ignore the previous losses. You know, we were stubborn with our shorts, and our shorts won. I've basically locked in almost all of this now. I'll leave the rest and maybe add to it. On the volume profile, we're starting to get to a favorable level. We can get under the 200 level. So I'm basically out of all of this now.
You recover most of your losses or on that trade or what?
Oh, yeah, I'm up now for sure.
Okay, cool.
U.S. Secretary of Defense Hegseth is still speaking. He said Trump on the cusp of the China trip, and I'll be with him.
Yeah, I saw that.
Is old Heggy still speaking, bro? Look at this breakdown here. So I like the favorable. I like this area of the volume profile.
I'm ripping through this eval. He's the greatest.
Yeah. John the Ripper, they say. You know, that's what they called me in high school. John the Ripper. You know?
So they called him in 1800s London.
Yeah. They called me that probably, you know. All right. Again, use my coupon code BGT. Now's the time. Look, the shorts are in control. I'm going to add a little bit more to this and then hold it close to break even now. We're in 11 micros right now. But we're getting close to the lows. Maybe the bears are going to get control. Late reaction. There we go. I'm going to take a little bit more off up here. I don't like how it lowered my entry, but that's okay. Right. I like this area of the volume profile. Again, coupon code BGT helps support your boy here in this channel. Still breaking down.
Hit the like button, join the Discord, follow us on X. We appreciate all the help, all the support,
Yeah. Look at this drop still coming in here. We're getting close to the lows. That might be what markets are starting to price in here. Look at this. There we go. Again, Take Profit has 50% off no activation fee right now. Link is in the description, but check out Take Profit. This is what this is, a Take Profit account. I'm going to start taking a little bit more off here, locking this in some more, just because we might bounce at the lows, and then I might actually add some more if it bounces again, which I think it could before it breaks.
And John brings you all this information for free, and so we appreciate all the support you guys can give us.
Yeah. Look, here we go. Here's the low break here. I didn't add to it like I wanted to, but there's the low. Actually, no, that wasn't the low. That was the opening range low. The low of the day is at 113s, 113.50. And so, yeah, we might add back to this on the liquidity grab move up right here. We're going to add some back. See if it starts to come back down.
I was just thinking that's what I would do if I was John.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard you thinking that.
I thought it real loud.
Yeah. All right, there we go. We're going to take a little bit more off here and lock that in now. There we go. Idea worked perfectly here. Now we're getting close to the lows. I'll hold this now. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take one off here. There we go. Okay. We're getting close to the lows of the day. We could have a little resurgent bounce ahead of this, though, just based off a normal price flow.
Connor says, so with Microsoft, there was news about potentially losing revenue from some spending pivots.
Yeah,
Oracle and other software names got whacked a little in general, too. Sorry.
No, you're good. It's looking like we're going to test the lows of the day here. Look at this. Still falling. NVIDIA. I'm assuming NVIDIA started to correct back down here. Yeah, NVIDIA turned all the way back down after breaking highs. That's what's helping drive this.
All the way?
No, it filled about half of the move it made at the open. Yeah, it's at 220s now. It's at 223s. Okay. I'm still assuming we're going to break lows here, though.
Well, you know what they say about assuming, John? You shouldn't do it.
Make an ass out of me, Britt.
No, it's just you shouldn't do it. That's all it was. What are you talking about? Don't be vulgar.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's true.
Make an ass out of you and me.
I know, I'm stupid. I should have known. I should have known this.
You fool.
All right, we're getting close to the lows here, guys. We're getting close. It looks like we're going to at least break them. I'll take another little piece off here as we get closer to the lows. There we go. And we're at the low of the day now here. At the low of the day. Did we just break it? Ooh, we tapped it. I'm going to take a little bit more off there and just kind of lock that in now.
Somebody says, good job, brother John.
Hey, thank you. Brother, whomever you are. We've got PPI coming tomorrow. Yeah, we do have PPI coming tomorrow.
Britt can't assume he got no flag. I can subsume anything I want. Thank you.
If squeeze happens alongside, it will be massive. Yeah, I mean, look, I like to cut it close to these lows here. I think we're going to try to break this low, though. I think we're too close not to, but it doesn't mean we're going to break down more. There's the low of the day break, yeah. So there's the low crack. We could squeeze right back up here, though, just based off of price flow. Let's see. I'm going to take another piece off. We got one left. But we did just crack the lows of the day.
Think it turns back up from there, or do you think it keeps running down?
I'm not 100% sure, but we've scaled out of almost all of this now.
Oh, okay, so it's kind of inconsequential at this point.
Yeah. Like, even if it does rip up, like, we're still good.
You should go super long on it, just assuming that it's going to rip up.
Super long, guys?
Yeah, super long, I said,
Super long. Here's a little pop higher. Let's see if this holds. Yeah, so this is exactly what why we manage the trade like this is because a lot of the time we'll crack lows, people get excited. I don't actually like low of the day. I like low of the day shorts better than high of the day longs, but sometimes we'll break those levels, people start taking profit. That's what you see here is like people were using this level here as their profit target, and once we get there, we just kind of rebound back up a little bit. That's what I was worried about. That's why I started scaling out as soon as we started breaking it, because instead of attacking the low of the day, too many rookie traders jump in short like right here. It's the worst trade you can make most of the time. Instead, it's better to ride the range. Once we get within like a range of those lows, it becomes more probable we're going to test them. So I like this range here, like attacking this range down here, and then I cut it, versus purely attacking the low of the day, which is too risky, I think. We'll hold the rest of this break even. We scaled out almost all of it now, but... Alright, so, yeah, and we're out. We're going to cut the rest of that break even. We'll see what we get on the rest now, though. But this is exactly what I was worried about. And
I think this calls for a round of applause for John.
I think so, too, here, bro. I think so, too. You know? You better clap, chat.
That was, you know, those polite poetry room claps.
Yeah, eBay did reject GameStop's offer. Yeah, that 29,100 level, for sure.
VIX is only up 50 cents. Vegas claps.
Yeah, there's the claps. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Wolfmar, great scalping, John.
Hey, thank you. False clapping for John. I believe.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys.
I have that
effect,
you guys.
You do. You totally do. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm consistently impressed with John's reading of the market, his analysis of the data, and reactions.
Dude, I'm the top 3 worst analysts ever, bro. You know? What are you talking about? I mean, I know my data, you know, but...
You have great pattern recognition.
Well, yeah. That's just what I do here, bro. You know, that's just what we do here. You know?
I mean, you can't do anything else. I mean, you're terrible at ping pong, but, you know.
Dude, I am ping pong. All right. You know, they talk about the greats. They talk about Gump. They talk about Marty. You know, John's name is in there when it comes to ping pong.
Marty Gump, huh?
Yeah, that's right. All right, so we just cracked lows of the day again here, so maybe I should have held. Should I have held, guys? Let me know. NASDAQ cracking lows here. This is the reaction we should have gotten from CPI. It's a delayed reaction, but it is the reaction we should have gotten from CPI. I'm always here for your news.
Don't you call John a blind squirrel?
Oh, bro, I'm the, you know. My squirrel vision is great.
I'd clap a lot more if you'd have shorted the 29,257. What? Okay.
29,257?
Yeah, I don't. Whatever.
I think I did short that. Oh, you mean this level right here? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you short it?
Nvidia started to rebound back up is what's driving the NASDAQ rebounding here. I just gotta wait. We made our easy money in the market. I don't know what else is going on right now.
Yeah. The Helen Keller of squirrels. Come on now.
Yeah. Dude, I'm the greatest squirrel ever. You know, when they talk about all the squirrels, like the most famous squirrels, you know.
John the squirrel.
I don't know any examples of famous squirrels. I know chipmunks. Give me Alvin all day. They talk about
Secret
the favorite.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Squirrel-like animals. Alvin. I'm in the top. You know, I'm in there.
Alvin, Simon, and Theodore, or just Alvin?
I mean, let's be honest here. Nobody really rocks with the other two. It's just Alvin.
No, that's true.
You know? Alvin's
Totally
the star. You know, the other ones are just kind of supporting characters. Yeah, JP Morgan apparently won't be changing plans for its new massive London headquarters unless the UK becomes hostile to banks.
You stole my news bit. I was just about to read that.
You gotta read faster, bro. All right, do I short this little rebound back up? I kind of want to. Let me see. Give me a 155. I'll short that. Give me 155.
You think it'll hit resistance there?
I don't know. I'm hoping it does. Like, if we look, Dow is starting to pop back. Microsoft's starting to rebound. Nvidia is right here. So Nvidia had a pretty strong move at the opening bell, pulled all the way back down to 220 even right here. Psychological level on Nvidia, and then bounced right at 220, and now it's back up some. So it depends on what Nvidia does. A lot of this is going to depend on what Nvidia does. So We will see. We will see. But we're gonna wait for it. There needs to be some type of code showing on top of your screen over the charts. Y'all see some code? I don't see any code. Oh, you mean the BGT?
on, yeah.
Yeah, dude, use it.
This is discount code.
Live it. Love it. Let me know what BGT stands for, guys. Yeah, let me know what it stands for. Big green tomatoes. All right, here's that 55 level here. I'm gonna short this. We just took a small position. We'll add some more if it goes in my favor here.
Oh, well, that's trading.
Yeah, I've heard that one before. That's true sometimes. Boomer's gonna trade. Britain's Got Talent. Big giveaway today.
That's not how you spell my name, but thanks.
Blue gi trader? I don't have a blue gi, bro. You know, one time I didn't know. I showed up in a purple rash guard. Had no idea that my rash guard needed to match my belt color.
Oh, it does?
I never knew that, bro. I showed up in a purple rash guard and people were like, hey, bro, what are you doing? And I'm like, dude, I'm an LSU fan, bro. I'm in purple. Go Tigers. And they were like, no.
You think you're a purple belt, huh, John?
That's what they were like, did you get promoted? And I was like, no. And they were like,
yeah, like, what are you talking about?
I just like LSU guys, you know?
Also, give us 7 more likes, you guys, please. You know, I'll beg if I have to, but I don't like to. We're almost to 600.
All right, we're in this long. Boom, go Tigers. That's right, TJ. You know, Brick goes trading. Big
That's
giveaway
actually
today.
a pretty good one.
All right, look at this trade here. I just got
you
out.
heading
I'm out.
Tiny?
I'm
Have a
out
good
of this
one.
trade. Hey, later, Teddy. Have a great day.
Bacon guac tomato. That sounds awesome, actually.
Okay, guys, listen. So we're gonna do one of our giveaways starting now. All right. Again, you gotta answer exclamation point BGT in chat. We're gonna give away 2 Lucid Pro accounts. 2 Lucid Pro accounts. But you gotta join our Discord. If you're not in our Discord, it doesn't count. And so if you win and you're not in our Discord,
You don't get it.
it doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Hurry up and join, guys. We need you. And you need to join.
Yeah.
Big green trend. That's pretty good.
All right, look. So
Like
yeah,
that.
look. We just did it. Exclamation point BGT. Why does it not like Pew? It says Pew is the wrong user level. Pew, I don't know why it booted you out of there, bro. Look, bro. What does this mean? Look. It literally said,
what it is.
it said Pew is the wrong user level here, bro. What does
That's
that
him.
mean, dude? I said no conditions for this, bro. I literally said no freaking conditions. I don't understand it. Why
The
would it do
algorithm
this to
just
me?
hates Pew.
Yeah. It's like it's that guy Pew, bro. You know? Boom. Yeah, listen.
See-
Discord link is below the poll at the bottom of the chat. You can see the Discord link. If y'all aren't in the Discord, bro, you don't win.
And Pew
All right.
says, see, I told you rigged.
You might be right about this one.
Maybe.
He has the star next to his name?
The heck does that mean?
It says he's a member. I don't see anybody else. It's just Pew being targeted. Yeah. Again, exclamation point BGT to sign you up. We're still going to trade. It's going to be a little while before we actually do the giveaway. We'll give some time.
Over 9,000. Good DBZ
9,000.
reference, 0.
I like DBZ. I grew up
Heck
on
yeah.
DBZ. You know?
Yeah, except for the thousands of times I heard next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I'm the Vegeta of markets. That's what they called me that in high school.
The Vegeta Markets was your nickname in high school.
They probably call me that, I think, you know.
Yeah.
John, is
Yeah, it
Bitcoin a
means
good stock? Bitcoin is a bad stock. It's, you know.
An expensive stock.
Yeah. Look, Pawn sent me this just now. I don't know if it looks like me, but this is an actual picture of me yesterday playing ping pong with Manny. You know, we like to get theatrical here in this household. We like to get theatrical. You know.
You look like Orm on Norseman.
Yeah. Again, exclamation point BGT will sign you up to the giveaway chat if you haven't already. You know. Do I want to short this again? It looks like a short again, to be honest. We're so close to lows.
Found on his way to the Black Parade.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Branded Young Guy. Thank you for the subscribe, my friend. I appreciate it. Thanks, dude.
You're one of the greats. I've heard it said about you, you know.
What, in ping pong?
No, I'm talking about the guy that just subscribed. Ever since he subscribed, people have been saying he's one of the great ones.
Oh, they did. I can't remember what his name was, but they did say that, probably, you know.
Yeah.
All right, we're at 150.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. Big Goth trader. That's me right now.
Yeah.
NASDAQ's starting to rip back up here. That's why, like, I think I have to wait here. Let's try a different.
Someone says, are you in the short position or long?
I was shorting the market most of this time, but I ended up getting out around the lows, which looks to be the right logic here. I attacked the range up to the lows, and I got out around the lows. Brandon Young, there you go. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, bro. Thank you, brother. Again, exclamation point BGT will get you the max discount. Or, yeah, exclamation or BGT will get you the max discount. But,
thanks, Brandon. You're a legend in your own time.
Yeah. But if you want to enter the giveaway, you got to do exclamation point BGT here. Did they just sign me up to the giveaway? No, I don't see it, Kane. That must be just you, brother.
It's the Matrix. It's got him.
Yeah. It says wrong user level. Pew, sorry, dude.
That's weird. What the heck is causing that?
What?
The wrong user level thing.
I don't know. It's spinning out of control. Alright, I'm gonna short 3 here. And then maybe add a little bit to this, see if we get a pullback now. We'll give it a second.
Here, if it lets me in, I'll beep you. That's cool. If it works.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to cut this one if it looks like it gets up in that high volume area of the profile here. I don't like this high volume area, so we're gonna have to start cutting some of it here if it can't.
Copper prices reached $14,000 per ton on the LME, close to record high.
Still struggling to hold. Yeah, just to explain this giveaway, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this. Just to explain the giveaway, exclamation point BGT will enter you into the giveaway. If you win, you get a free 25K or 50K Pro Lucid account, which means if you pass that account, they're going to give you a demo. They're going to test your skill with it. If you pass that account, they fund you the same amount. So if you pass the 50, you get 50K in funding. If you pass the 25, you get 25K in funding. You build up profit in the right way on that account, you can take payouts and withdrawals from it, right? So it's useful. It's useful. Look at Microsoft start to rebound. So it looks like a lot of this red happened. Yeah, it looks like a lot of this red happened at the open, and then the markets just kind of started turning the other way. Yeah, we got back up to the middle of the range here. It's really kind of struggling to do anything, though. Microsoft's starting to pop back up, though. That could help. Market's kind of fighting back and forth here, but... I want to see if NVIDIA and Microsoft start to turn the other way.
Later, Violet.
Look at that drop.
And turned down for what?
Yeah, we started to dip a little bit here, though. Let's see if that drop
going
continues.
Up a little bit too. See.
Yeah, look, here's the NASDAQ. Kind of iffy on what it wants to do here, though. Look at that drop. Keeps falling here. We're kind of chopping sideways now, though. Now we're starting to head back up a little bit here.
CNN citing sources says a final decision on how to proceed with the Iran war is unlikely before President Trump's visit to China. It just seemed pertinent, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, we just got this big pop up here. We did just blow one of our Lucid accounts, but that's all right. Sometimes it happens, guys.
Oh, John, shouldn't happen to you. You're the greatest trader.
I know, bro. I know, but still, you know, it happens to the best of us. I think, you know.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know anybody else that happened to, but you know.
Yeah.
Could just be because I don't know anybody else.
Yeah. I mean, it happens to the best of us, you know. This was me trying to stop it from hitting the max loss. You know?
Yeah.
This was me trying to stop it from hitting the max loss, and it just didn't work, you know. Oh, I do see the code. You're right. Oh, I know exactly what that is. That's my widget. So whoever.
Oh, that code.
Yeah, well, I see it now that I put this up. Yeah, I know exactly what that is. That is my old widget here. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I can make it go away like this. There we go.
Yeah, I couldn't see that because of the background.
Yeah, sorry, Arcade, I see it. Yeah, eBay was basically like, nah.
Could have been a snake, it'd have bit you, John. Trump said to return to major military operations against Iran than in recent weeks, CNN sources.
Yeah.
Is that moving anything? You'd think it would, but it doesn't look like it is.
No, not really. Again, exclamation point BGT to join the giveaway.
But again, you have to join the Discord first.
Yep. Yeah, we just went and tapped the volume weighted average price. If you have it already, you don't need to do it again if you've done it already. Yeah, I might need to do it.
Hot Talk.
The Discord's pinned at the top of the chat, or the bottom of the chat.
I don't know how we always seem to start talking at the same time. Like it happens like 60 or 70% of the time.
Yeah. We rejected right at the view up. All right, NASDAQ is coming down. Microsoft's there.
Can we actually see your trading screen?
What?
I said, can we actually... Hold on a second.
My, What, this one?
I just want to see where you're... Yeah,
here's the VWAP right here, this purple line.
There you go. That's what I was talking about. The where you're actually taking trades.
Yeah. Yeah, I see the structure, Bill Robert. Yeah, we're at 29,176. I always think this is like the Jurassic Park music.
Wait, the good Jurassic, like dun dun dun.
The original,
dun, that one.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
Okay. Let me see.
Yeah. NASDAQ S&P approaching VWAP. Yeah, I see that.
I don't hear it, but to each their own.
Yeah, so we're trying to hold here.
I can't believe the market's not reacting to it. I mean, it's become so callous. It's not reacting to any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Iranian Defense Ministry spokesman warns that if enemies do not accept Iran's demands through diplomacy, they should expect another defeat in any future confrontation. President Trump has grown increasingly frustrated with Iran's handling of war and negotiations. It's doing nothing.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, look at this. We're down to 158. Yeah, I find it strange that we only got maybe 50 people in here that are taking part of the giveaway. Out of what, 770? Or is there any of you guys that just don't want to be a part of the giveaway?
It is weird.
Odd. Yeah. Super strange. But listen, I mean, it's better for you guys since there's only 50 people in the giveaway.
Yeah.
Hey, exclamation point BGT if you haven't done it already.
Active traders, anyone browsing Lexivana for signals? What's Lexivana?
That's okay, give us the giveaway. I don't like people. I'm not worthy. More chances to win. That's right. I don't want Discord. How do you join Discord? Don't like Discord. Can't get into my Discord. Yeah, look, we're getting close to those low levels again on the day. Maybe just don't feel like joining Discord. Yeah, who knew how many people dislike Discord?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a lot of joins today, so I appreciate it. We know. Look, we'll give.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll give. Sorry, you were
I was gonna say we'll give one away. You're gonna have to join the Discord to be in the giveaway anyway. Can I get cash instead? No, dude. No, you can't, bro. I'm not gonna give you cash, bro.
The cash value of the account.
That's like my son, dude. My son just, my son tries to haggle everything. I played in a darts league. Bulls buying bulls. Yeah. Alright, so look, we are testing these lows again. We went right up to the volume weighted average price started to break down. Look at this. I mean, we got like 70 now, but still, I expect more from you guys. Flush.
Yeah, but the question is how much more?
All right, look at the NASDAQ start to break. Let's see if we...
Yeah, oil's going up a little too.
I see President Trump has grown increasingly frustrated with Iran's handling of the war and negotiations, according to CNN, said to return to major military operations against Iran in recent weeks. Iranian defense minister spokesperson warns that if enemies do not accept Iran's demands through diplomacy, they should expect another defeat in future confrontations. NASDAQ just cracked lows on the day here.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. I read those earlier, but...
Yeah. Like, NASDAQ just broke down here.
Yeah, I don't see anything else. No tweets either.
Yeah, we are flushing down some here. Look at this crack of the lows. Yeah, we're at lows again here. Bear season, active traders. A little bit of Bitcoin. Music's making me feel like a Disney princess. You are a Disney princess, Chris. I played that song for you, bro. I was like, you know what? Chris, Disney princess, would like this song, and so I'm gonna put it on just for him. NASDAQ continues to crack lows here. Continues to fall. Discord link is right here, bro. Look, Discord link. Everybody's asking me where my Discord link is. This is it right here. That's the Discord link right there. Look at this crack down here. Back down. Here's 29,000 right here. This could be where we stop is 29K. Ooh. Like, there's 29,000.
This has been very tumultuous for me.
Yeah, I mean, we keep falling here.
A real emotional roller coaster, you know?
Yeah. I knew it would be,
Straight Jacket says, where's your Discord link?
Yeah, you're late. I gave it to him already. I showed. That's why I just showed on straight.
I didn't see that.
You're fired, Brett. You're fired, dude.
Maybe just cut out on me. You ever think of that?
Yeah. I'm like the new Trump. My name is Jump.
Jump.
Jump. You're fired.
Like the Van Halen song?
I don't know the song, but yeah. I guess so.
I don't feel bad. He reread my tweets from like 7 minutes ago, so I was slow on this one.
You're not going to Paris, Britt. About 23,000? Nah, we ain't hitting 23. We're at 29,000 today. I do appreciate all the subscribers today. Thanks so much, guys. I knew they loved me, Rooster, CB Radio, Bart, Sammy. Cheers to you guys.
Yeah, you guys need to subscribe. John has to have external validation.
I need it.
We scoff at you. Don't you scoff at me. I won't put up with that.
I would play it, but I don't know what I did with the intro. I think I deleted it. NASDAQ's still dumping down. This has got to be catalyst driven here.
Oh, that does hurt my feelings.
Warns that if enemies do not accept terms, they should expect another defeat.
Yeah.
And maybe the only thing I can think... Yeah, well, like, the only thing I can really see here is it's the CNN article news, right? So, like, this happened 12 minutes ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? So that does line up. 12 minutes ago, 11 minutes ago, according to CNN, it says President Trump has grown increasingly frustrated with Iran's handling of war and negotiations, right? Like, this is the news that spiked this downward trend, aside from, obviously, CPI showing up higher than expected. I think that is the news that is driving this down. And then again, here's 29,000, so we could bounce like directly at 29 right here. I think it's very possible. I don't know. I saw the news recirculated just now. CNN sources say Trump said to return to major military operations against Iran than in recent weeks. Look, there's 29K. It's surprising how markets react to this. President Trump frustrated. Market drops huge amounts, Yeah, here's oil. Oil at 101.90s.
What they don't tell you is that he was only frustrated because they got his McDonald's order wrong. I can't believe it affected markets.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to say I told you guys we might bounce at 29,000, but... How do we enter giveaway once we're in Discord? My name is different on Discord. So you just enter the giveaway, and then I'll message you on Discord and send you the code for the free account, Brandon. So you just do !BGT in the chat. It doesn't have to be in the Discord. You can do it in the chat. And as long as you're in the Discord, I'll message you and send you the code, my friend. Yeah, if that news came out last night, it's getting recirculated right now. An oil tanker carrying Iraqi crude stopped its journey after approaching an area where U.S. forces are deployed. Alright guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and close up shop today. I think that's it for the day. I appreciate all you guys joining me. We had like over 3,000 here. Actually, no, I got to do the giveaway. I'm sorry, I almost left, dude. I would have eaten shit for that for freaking days. All right, guys, let's do the giveaway. All right, we're gonna do the giveaway. All right, I'll give you guys a minute. I'll give you guys 1 minute. Exclamation point BGT in the chat right now. Do it now.
If you've already done it, you don't need to do it again.
Yeah, you do not need to do it again. Exclamation point BGT in the chat. I know, I almost rug pulled that thing, dude. I almost was like, I'm getting out of here. I can't guarantee anything, guys. Not an investment professional. You know, I'll reach out to you. You know, join our Discord. That's the way we are going to communicate here. Join our Discord. I'll send you the code if you win. Join the Discord link. It's the last minute. You got 50 seconds left. 50 seconds left. You only got to do it once, bro. You don't have to do it 80 times, UE. Stop it. Stop it, UE. Stop it right now, UE. UE2613, bro. I will put you in timeout and you will be banned from the Discord and the giveaway for life. Stop it. Stop it right now. Cut that shit out. All right, guys, listen. Yeah, we got about like 20 seconds left. Hey, I appreciate you following me on X, Merovingian. And I'm a big Matrix guy. I love the Matrix, so.
Merovingian. Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't pronounce it, but I'm a big Matrix guy, you know.
I think the Merovingian is, what was that Dan Brown book? Da Vinci Code thing, like the bloodline of Christ.
Yeah, I don't know. Merovingian's the French snooty guy in the Matrix, right? I'm pretty sure it was. He's got the hot wife. He's the.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I think you might be wrong actually, but I'm not positive.
Am I wrong, guys? Let's delay this countdown for a second, or let's delay this giveaway. I'm pretty sure he's the snooty French guy with the hot wife who betrays him in the end. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay, yeah. It's been a while since I've seen The Matrix 2. I'm kind of a Matrix 1 purist, but I like the 3. As long as we're not talking about the 4th movie, which absolutely freaking sucked.
Matrix 2 Electric Boogaloo, huh?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The 4th one might have as well been called that. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Here we go. Again, I'll give you guys 10 seconds. Exclamation point BGT. And we'll go ahead and do this giveaway. I know, Free Lifer. We're about to cut out of here. Just remember to use my coupon code if you want to help support your boy here on Lucid, on Apex, on Take Profit, on Tradeify. Tradeify's got the cheapest direct to funded in the game. You know, but Lucid's great. It's kind of my favorite of all of them, to be honest. And here we go. Yeah, we got about 100 signups for the giveaway. We'll see what happens. All right, ready? And here's the giveaway right now. Killing Frenzy. Wait a minute. Didn't he win already, bro? Hold on. All right, dude. Killing Frenzy message me, bro. You'll get the 25K one. We'll go ahead and choose another. Killing one again, dude.
Dang.
Yeah. Killing Frenzy, message me on Discord. I already got your message, your username. We'll get another one here though. Let's see it. Pew, you're not able to be in this. All right. We'll do the other one right now. All right, so Killing Frenzy, you win the 25K Pro Lucid account. What luck, dude. Insider trading. And listen, I'm on Nightbot right now, dude. I can't control this, dude. You know? All right, we'll do one more. 50K Pro Lucid account is up for grabs in this one. What luck that dude has, bro. Running Riot. I'm gonna change my name to Running Riot. Blaze, do it, bro. You might win. Apparently, they like Halo names. You know.
If it was me, I wouldn't win once. Like no matter how many times I entered, I have terrible contest luck.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Second winner is. I should be Killing Frenzy again. No, it's Shocker 98. Shocker 98, you win.
Awesome.
Yeah, Shocker, you win. Join the Discord. Link is at the bottom of the account. Or bottom of, again, you got to join the Discord if you want me to be able to send you these names here. So
You were right, John, but I was also right about the Merovingian thing being linked to the Da Vinci Code.
Oh yeah, I believe that. That's probably true. But yeah, so again, join the Discord. If you do not join the Discord, you are not gonna recount. Congrats. The chat's upset. Okay, yeah. Sorry guys. I can't control it. Shocker one. Join the Discord. And
what a shocker.
Yeah. I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a great day. Tomorrow, PPI inflation, producer prices. Some say these move markets more than anything. Be ready tomorrow, guys. PPI inflation tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Shout out to Killing Frenzy and Shocker. Yeah, Killing Frenzy messaging me like, what odds? I know, dude. Congrats, bro. Congrats, dude. Luckiest guy ever. I guess you need to be lucky to get a Killing Frenzy. But all right, guys. Hey, cheers to you guys. All love. I appreciate the love. We did bounce. I'm just going to put it out there. We bounced right at 29,000. John's right again. I got CPI right. I got 29,000 bounce level right. You know, I'm just the greatest. I'm the greatest today. I love you all. Have a great day. PPI inflation tomorrow.
Lots of love, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
like button on your way out. All the good stuff.
Have a great and prosperous day. You know, never give up, never surrender. And some other sci-fi cliches. See you guys later. Have a great day. Shout out to Alejandro, my guy, for subscribing here. I appreciate it, my friend. Y'all have a great day. See you guys later.
Thanks,
join
dude.
the Discord
Later,
if you haven't
everybody.
already. If you want to win the whatever, join the Discord. The greatest plug ever for it. Y'all have a great day.